We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE, welcome back to the channel that does to stupidity what a bit of green rock does to Superman. Pff, what a pussy, eh? So, welcome back to another Flat Earth debate. I hope you are all going to have an amazing time. My opponent tonight is someone who has been on MC Toon's channel. I will leave a link to that debate in the description. If you're not subscribed to MC Toon, you really should be. His name is Mario Wilson, and he is here to tell us why the Earth is most definitely flat. Mario, why don't you say hello and introduce yourself?
What's up? Fight the Flat Earth. Bon Mario. I'm just a average guy. You know, they understand the laws of physics, and I've seen a lot of problems with the heliocentric model. So I'm here to show those contradictions and show that the flat Earth is your reality, and you cannot escape it, no matter what you believe, because truth doesn't require belief.
Well, you're definitely right. I can't escape it. It seems to control my life. I don't mind, though. I find it fun.
I know. I like that.
I asked Mario to get his 3 best points about Flat Earth, and I said he can have 10 minutes to present that, and then we can have a discussion about it. I did assure him that I would, use globe evidence to counter things that he says, so that there's a fair back and forward. Mario, are you ready to just get started with your 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'm ready, bro.
Okay, over to you then. Tell us why the Earth's flat. 10 minutes.
Well, we're going to start with the first 3 points. It's going to be similar to a few things I brought up on Mike Tone channel, but they can be refreshed and refined here. The first one would be, obviously, we see a phenomenon. A phenomenon is like a natural event that happens in physical nature. A phenomenon at sunset, where we see the sun creates a straight line reflection on the ocean all the way to the shore. Well, we know, truthers know, in the laws of physics, you can only create a reflection on a sphere that comes right back as whatever creating a reflection is going to bounce back at 90 degrees. So basically what I'm saying, if you shine a light on a sphere, you're only going to get a circle. You're never going to get the phenomenon we see at sunset with the straight line reflection. Reflections don't curve around balls. That's a law of reflection. That's a contradiction of laws of physical nature from what we've seen. So that'll be my first point. At sunset, we see a straight line reflection that cannot be created on a sphere. That's literally impossible. So my second point, we can go past it. My second point gonna be the second law of thermodynamics, which says that the law of entropy will push gases to fill a space. This gravity doesn't affect this, obviously. We can show this by putting a vacuum on top of a gas chamber, and gravity would not stop it from filling the vacuum because gravity doesn't affect the entropy. Obviously, gravity cannot affect gases from what I've seen. Gravity has never been able to affect the gas. Gas always fills a vacuum. It never forms a puddle inside of a vacuum. That's not what gas does. And my third one is going to be the sunsets we see. We supposed to see an evenly lit horizon during sunset and sunrise. Basically what I'm saying is, they're showing you that we have a terminator line when the horizon is evenly lit. Basically, we're supposed to see the sun cut off like a light, not getting dimmer as it go away. It's supposed to cut off like a light because the curvature is 3 miles away, of course, to the average person. It's gonna be about 3 miles away calculated. So like what we see with a sunset, it's very local, you know, like it's not lighting the whole horizon evenly what we supposed to see. Like half of the earth is supposed to be lit. So we supposed to be seeing like the entire horizon, like have a crease of light. But no, we see a local sunset with a very local light in one corner of the earth, which is not convenient to a 93 million mile away sun. So that's really basically the three strongest arguments that all three contradict the globe earth every day when you wake up. Basically every morning, every test we do gonna prove entropy. Every test we're gonna do gonna prove the light's law of reflection on a sphere. And every morning we're gonna see a sunset that's very local and that's not convenient with a very far sun with parallel rays. It's just all math and calculations and basically a religion. We don't see this stuff in reality. And if we did, I would be telling you it right now because I only follow the truth. I don't really like these flat earther words. I'm just a truther, man. We just telling you what's going on in reality. So that's basically just three arguments of the flat earth, and they're all supported by the laws of physics, all supported by experiment, no belief required, the law of entropy, second law of thermodynamics, law of reflection, and the law of sunlight. That's all we need to prove that the earth is 100% flat.
Okay.
On you, Mike Tone.
All right. Wow. Well, I think I'd like to start with the second law of thermodynamics.
Yes, this is fine.
Yeah, so that's a good one. I spent several months studying thermodynamics as part of my physics degree, so it's interesting when you hear it. So could you just do me a favor and cite me the second law of thermodynamics, what it actually says?
What it says, from what I know, I don't know the direct definition, but it says that basically energy will go from a state of being controlled. Basically, you have to have energy basically, if it's not, we'll put it like this, if energy or gas is not contained, it would enter a state of entropy, which is basically just randomness. So we would never see a state like something like, basically, I'm gonna say we will never see a tornado create a Lamborghini, because that's not what entropy does. Entropy goes from basically from low pressure to high pressure, basically from a state of chaos, a state of control to a state of chaos. We don't see it in the opposite way, which is what science does actually say happened in evolution. We see an opposite of entropy. We don't see that chaos going to, we don't see chaos going to a state of control and intelligence. We see the opposite, actually. That's what entropy is. So basically low pressure going to high pressure going to a state of low pressure is an example of entropy. That's what gas does. If you put gas inside of a vacuum, it will spread out in every direction. It will, elastic collisions will happen. It's not being affected by no forces whatsoever. Entropy is not being proven to be affected by any force in nature can control this phenomenon. So when gas fills a vacuum, nothing can stop it. Like, we can prove this. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that flat earthers made up. Gas fills a vacuum. It does not form puddles inside of a vacuum, which is what gravity is claimed to be doing to gases.
Well, that's a lovely straw man of the second law of thermodynamics that you just created there.
No, but I'm saying, do you have any examples of gravity affecting gases?
Yeah, absolutely. I could show you gravity
Which
keeping
one?
gas in a box.
Helium?
No, helium goes
so
up because of
helium.
buoyancy.
Hydrogen?
Let me get a... buoyancy is a thing that is predicted by the globe, right?
Now we talking about gravity. You brought up something else.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We not
Buoyancy
even talking
includes
about-
gravity. It's a prediction of
now
gravity.
you bringing now you telling us why gravity doesn't exist, because I can explain to you why things fall. So we trying to prove gravity. You can't bring up arguments that disprove gravity. It's helping flat
Buoyancy
Earth.
doesn't disprove gravity. Buoyancy is a prediction of gravity.
Buoyancy, but I'm saying buoyancy is something that helps flat Earth to conclude that gravity doesn't exist.
No. Do you know the formula for buoyancy, Mario?
We don't need buoyancy either. What you mean buoyancy?
How do you explain why things go up?
Because they are less dense.
Yeah, density isn't a force,
In
so
the medium.
that's weird.
They not gonna go up in a vacuum, is they? Like does air go up in a vacuum, right?
Let me
You
get
can
this up for you so you can see my screen.
That's my question to you. I never said.
Here we go.
vacuum.
Here we go, Mario. Here's a gas being held down by gravity for you. All right. That foil is floating on top of the gas that is in that box. The gas isn't escaping the box; it's being kept in the box.
But you gotta think about it. How did the gas pressure form in a room?
That wasn't your question. Nice attempt to move the goalpost. You said
No,
that gas
hold
will
on,
always.
hold on.
Wait.
You
No, you hold on.
talking about
You said gas
gas
will
out of a-
always fill the
Hold on.
available space.
Hold
Why
on.
is that gas
You
not filling the
strong
available space?
You strong man it, bro. We talking about gas in a vacuum, not gas inside of other gas. You showing me gas inside of
What
gas.
vacuum
Of
are you
course
on about?
I can
Wait,
make smoke
wait.
hit the ground.
What vacuum
tell
are
me
you on about?
Did I know smoke cannot hit the ground? What you trying to? You think flat Earth is dumb? What smoke don't hit the ground? I know smoke. Can go
helium
down
in a
some
vacuum,
precision.
dude.
Like,
Helium
you
in
telling
a
me what
vacuum
gas
goes
does
down.
inside of another gas.
Hold on, Mario, calm down. Helium
what
in a
is the
vacuum.
gas gonna do inside
Mario,
of a vacuum?
listen, Mario, you need to listen. Helium in a vacuum goes down.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
That's
does.
a lie.
Do you want me to show you a video of a helium balloon in the vacuum going down?
You putting it inside of a balloon. The balloon has weight, not the helium. Oh my, that's the dumbest. You putting it inside of a container. The balloon has weight.
Do you have a video of helium going up in a vacuum on its
No, if
own?
you put gas inside of a vacuum, it goes in every direction, not up. It goes.
Why does it go in every direction? It doesn't go in every direction.
That's a fact. But it's called you don't know that. You is definitely
again. You're strawmanning the globe argument. So anyway, back to wait. So here's my question, Mario. Mario, calm down. Mario, calm down. Let me ask my question. Mario, let me ask my question. Right. So how does the atmosphere with the gradient that we have defy the second law of thermodynamics? What specifically about the second law of thermodynamics is wrong with the globe?
Let me tell you, bro. I'm telling you, it's not defying the second law of entropy. The water.
There's no second law of entropy. That's not a thing.
Let me finish. The water and the trees is creating the oxygen at the ground.
No, that's not how it works.
It's making So where's oxygen being created at?
Not at the ground.
You don't know shit about Earth, bro. That's 100%. I would love. I can't wait till this video go out.
There is no gas being generated. All of the gas in the world has a balance.
Where's
Mario.
oxygen being created?
Yeah, but there's a gas disappearing whilst the oxygen's being created.
Where's oxygen being created?
By trees, which aren't all on the ground. They're really high.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
So trees are not on the ground? Wow.
Trees are really high. They're not on the ground. And when you go up, Mario, will you stop talking and listen?
Oxygen on Earth. That's a fact. You done again.
Mario, try and listen. Mario, try and listen. Mario, you can't have a conversation if you don't stop talking. Mario, you don't have. Mario, stop. Mario, right. You need to have back and forward. That means you have to stop talking sometimes, okay?
Right? Yeah, man.
Right, so the pressure gradient keeps going way after everything, okay? There is no vacuum at all, right? That is the straw man that you guys have. You say you've got gas next... wait, no, I'm still talking. I am still talking. Please don't interrupt me whilst I am talking, Mario, okay? Right. You guys say that we have gas pressure next to a vacuum. That is a straw man because that's not what we have. There is a pressure gradient and that's it. We live in a low pressure environment the entire universe. That's it. There is no gas pressure next to a vacuum. That is a straw man.
Okay, let me tell you why what you just said is completely wrong and what flat earthers don't claim. First of all, vacuum is y'all word. Y'all use that word for some reason. That's not what we saying.
No,
space
you guys
does.
use it, not us.
Gas moves to the empty space, not that space gonna suck it. Gas is such high pressure
it doesn't,
right
though.
now, and we create a vacuum inside of metal. Right now on Earth, the pressure of Earth will crush it because gas pressure is so strong. It wants to move, push out. You know what I'm saying? It's being created by the ocean and the trees, and it's making its way up.
Okay, I mean, I can debunk that in a minute, but we're going back to what the gravity bit.
Right? Can I finish?
Yeah.
Can I finish what I was saying?
Try and stick on point. Try and stay on point.
I am. The oxygen is being created underground of the water. The water creates 80% of
we were
oxygen.
talking about why we were talking about your straw man. We were talking about your straw man and what you guys say.
I'm telling you why the vacuum doesn't exist. We telling you what entropy is gonna do. Entropy tell us that gas pushes out. That's what we see in nature.
But it doesn't.
We see gas,
no, we don't see that in nature.
Gas
You're wrong.
making its way from the ground. And it's making its way up as high as it can.
No, it doesn't.
Until it meets the hydrogen and helium layer, then that's what's going to push it to the dome. Because we know that gas pressure requires a container. So
Mario,
the helium and hydrogen and oxygen is pushing on the dome. It's not a vacuum.
Mario, you're straw-manning. You're straw-manning the globe model.
What are you talking about, though, bro? Like,
no, you're the one that says vacuum. Let me clarify the globe position. The entire universe is a low pressure environment. There is pressure I'm talking, Mario. I'm talking. The entire universe is a low pressure environment. The universe is the container that has the pressure of the universe in. The Earth is a slightly higher pressure environment because of the pressure gradient. The pressure gradient that we know exists.
How did that pressure gradient form? Gas is not affected by gravity.
Gas is affected by gravity, 100%.
No, it's not. Helium rises up.
Due to buoyancy, which is a prediction of gravity.
No, it's not. But gravity said mass attracting mass. It said
yeah,
gravity said mass attracting mass. Now what?
Correct. Now, will you let me explain? Will you let me explain without interrupting? Okay. The reason helium goes up in our atmosphere is because the helium has less mass and is less dense than the air around it. Don't interrupt. Let me finish what I'm saying, right? The helium has less mass and is less dense than the air around it. And because the air around it has more mass and is more dense, it is pulled down with a stronger force, which creates a force on helium up in the opposite direction to gravity. Helium going up in our atmosphere is a prediction of gravity. However, if you put helium inside a container, what you find is the bottom of that container has a higher pressure than the top of the container, showing that when you put helium into a vacuum, it goes down.
Okay. Well, we see the reason helium goes down in the container is because the balloon that you now put it in.
No, I didn't say balloon. I didn't say balloon. Don't strawman me. I didn't say balloon. I didn't say balloon.
You did. You just said balloon. You just said balloon, bro.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I was just talking about helium. That whole time I was just talking about helium. No balloon.
You said a helium balloon goes down because the top of the container has higher pressure. No, that's not it.
No, I didn't say. I didn't say balloon. I just said helium. If you put helium into a vacuum container, what you
right? You said, then you say when you put it in a container, it goes down?
Yes, the helium goes down when you put it into a vacuum.
Yes, that's because the container has weight, not the helium. The container is pulling the helium down.
How is it doing that? How is it doing that?
Yes, the container that the helium in has weight. That's what's pulling it down.
Yeah, and why is that making the helium go down?
If you took that helium out of the balloon, it would bounce around the vacuum.
There's no balloon. Stop bringing up a balloon. There's no balloon, right? Let me get on my whiteboard and draw a hypothetical for you, okay?
So we can meet up and do this experiment and we can disapprove everything. What will helium do inside of a vacuum?
It will go down.
Okay, we gonna meet up and prove that, because I know for a fact it wouldn't do that.
Well, how are you going to prove? What are you going to do? Because
we gonna release helium inside of a vacuum. No container. Just release it inside of an empty container and see what it does. No air.
And here's what it does, right? So.
Now you said it's gonna go down. You already made your statement, so we're gonna see about that.
Right. So we've got a container here, okay? And we've got a pipe that we're going to be putting helium into this container, right? Imagine this container is a vacuum, okay? Now what happens is as the helium fills this, what you find is
why is it filling it? What you talking about?
Hold on, let me finish. What you find is that at the bottom of the container, you have a much denser concentration of the helium. And as you go up to the top, there is less helium, showing that as the helium goes in, there is more of it at the bottom than at the top. Because when it goes in, there is a gradient created at the bottom. There is a pressure gradient. I'm still talking. I'm still talking. I'm still talking. Mario, I'm still talking. I'm still talking. There is a pressure gradient inside of this container, just like in the atmosphere. So why does that pressure gradient exist? Because the gas goes down. Go boom boom.
Okay. Right. Okay. So that now flat earthers have something to debunk, and I'm gonna debunk this one personally.
Well, then you need to explain why there's a greater pressure at the bottom of containers than at the top.
Debunk your graph right now that you just did. What actually will happen is helium will fill the vacuum evenly.
No, it won't. It doesn't. You can measure. You can literally measure a pressure gradient inside a container.
It isn't no gradient inside of a vacuum. You know.
Yes, there absolutely is. You can measure it.
The only reason we see a gradient on Earth is because the helium and hydrogen is above the air and it's pushing on the air on the dome. So
no, there is no dome.
Air, helium, hydrogen. There's no vacuum nowhere in nature. Like we haven't seen that. Nowhere that gas is not at. Like
again, helium goes. All gas in a vacuum goes down. All gas in a vacuum goes down.
No,
there is a gradient at the bottom of a container, and this is measurable.
That's false. I'm a personally prove that false. Don't worry about it.
I would love to see you because physics disagrees with you. So anyway, we need to get back to why the globe, right?
Find me where physics say that gas go down in a vacuum.
Because mass attracts mass, and gas has mass.
No, show me the physics. You just said show me the experiment.
Okay.
Where gas is going down the
the Cavendish experiment would demonstrate that mass attracts mass. But you want to see the physics.
Going down in the vacuum.
Here's the physics that shows. Right, sorry, you just asked for the physics that shows that mass attracts mass. That's fine. I'm going to show you the physics here. It's Fg equals G.
You know what
M1
physics is?
M2 over R squared. There's the physics. That is the natural.
You know what the definition of physics is?
Do you want to? Do you know what this is?
Physics is physical nature, not an equation on a piece of paper.
Physics disagrees. Again, do you know what this is? Yes or no?
Hey, I guess y'all got a new definition of physics then.
I've got the definition of physics. Do you know what this is? Yes or no?
Problem.
Do you know what this is? Yes or no?
It's some weird math problem that somebody made up.
No, this is an observation. This is the universal law of gravitational attraction. A mathematical... Mario...
Hey,
listen, let me...
Going down
in a vacuum.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, we do. Right. Now, listen, don't interrupt. Let me explain. Mario, just be quiet.
Show me a YouTube video right now. We can end this. A gas is going down in the vacuum. Helium, whatever
let me explain this. Let me explain this. Will you stop talking and let me explain? Okay, this is the universal law of gravitational attraction. It is the law of... Will you stop talking and let me explain? Please don't interrupt. This is the law of gravity, part of physics, part of the theory, the scientific theory of gravity. It's a law. It's an observation. It's a mathematical description that explains something that always happens.
Let me ask you something, Father Better. Do you know what a law is?
Do I know? Yes, this is a law. This is the law of universal gravitational attraction.
Broken, man. Hold up. A law is something that can't be broken. So if gravity can't be broken, how is it a law?
Because this also describes why helium goes up.
No, it doesn't. Gravity
yes, it really does.
Why helium goes up.
This equation explains this equation and also if you have this one, FB equals...
So now you're trying to tell me it's
rho,
an equation for buoyancy inside of gravity.
Yeah, rho
It's,
G
no,
V.
9.8 meters.
So this one here is the equation for buoyancy. The force of buoyancy equals rho GV. That G there, I'm still talking. That G there is the acceleration due to gravity. So gravity explains buoyancy.
You feel acceleration right now?
Do you know what acceleration is?
Yes.
Acceleration creates a force, which is your weight. And I can tell you, I fucking feel my weight.
Acceleration, do you know what the word acceleration means? It means you increase in energy. That's why when we we fall, we increase speed. We increase in
force,
energy, bro.
Right, look. Force equals mass.
So you went from force to weight. Like,
yeah. Right, let me explain. Right, force equals mass times acceleration.
Definitions, bro.
Dude, will you stop talking? Force equals mass times acceleration. You started to talk again. Now shush. Force equals mass times acceleration. Weight is a force. So weight is the force. Mass is what you weigh times the acceleration due to gravity. So the equation for weight is mass times gravity.
So basically, you took the definition of weight and created something else.
No, this is the definition of weight. Weight is mass times gravity. That's what it is. Well, actually, it's a small g, sorry.
You took the definition of weight and you defined it into something else.
No, that's what physics defines it as. You were talking about physics.
No.
This is what physics
says the reason. Hold up, let me talk. It's my turn to refute this.
Okay, but just so you know, physics says that mass is that.
Can I go?
Yeah, your turn. Go ahead.
All right. The reason things fall is because they are releasing the energy it took to pick them up off the ground.
By what mechanism?
All it is, bro.
By what mechanism? By what mechanism? Please explain.
It takes energy to pick things up off the earth.
Yeah, energy isn't force. Energy isn't force.
Where's the energy going once you release it?
Where energy isn't force.
By falling back to the earth.
Okay, right.
Energy isn't a force. What?
No, energy isn't force. They're not the same thing.
Yes, it is.
No, they're not. Right. So I'm going to debunk that right now.
Energy is a force.
No, energy isn't force.
So energy can't move stuff? What?
Energy
so gravity is something that we can't see is a force, but energy is stuff that we can see isn't a force. Okay, I see how glowheads.
Right. Okay, so
definition.
Here's a thought experiment for you, Mario. Okay, if you're saying the reason things accelerate towards the ground, Mario, please listen. Mario,
okay,
stop. I'm talking. Mario, stop. Mario, stop. Stop. Please stop talking. Okay.
Go ahead.
Right. I've got a thought experiment for you. Run through this with me, okay? You say the reason that things accelerate towards the ground is the energy you give them when you pick them up, right?
They're not accelerating. What acceleration are you talking about?
9.8 meters per second squared towards the ground.
That's not true. We fall at a constant rate, not an accelerating rate. We move
no,
at a constant
we absolutely
rate over time.
Wait, no, we fall at an acceleration. We fall at 9.8 meters per second squared up to terminal velocity.
Nothing is accelerating. Nothing is
right.
accelerating.
If it's not accelerating, look at this. Look at this. It's not moving, and now it is moving. That was an acceleration.
It released the energy it took you to hold it.
And it accelerated towards the ground.
Because the energy it took you to pick it up.
So we agree there's an acceleration, right?
No, we agree that we're falling at a constant rate.
No, it's not a constant. It's not a constant rate. Not moving.
So how you know it's not constant?
Mario, shh, listen.
How you know it's not constant?
Mario, stop. No, Mario, just stop. Mario, stop and listen. Look at the pen. Is it moving?
No.
Now, when I let it go, is it moving?
It fell at a constant rate.
No. It didn't fall at a constant rate. It went from not moving. Mario, it went from not... Mario, listen. It went from not moving to moving. That is an acceleration, not a constant rate. At 9.8 meters per second squared.
That's it. 9.8 meters. It's not multiplying.
Per second squared.
9.8 meters.
No, because it doesn't instantly start traveling at 9.8 meters per second. It doesn't instantly go to that the second you let it go.
So how did you know it? Well, why would it go up, though?
I didn't say it would go up.
Exactly. They're showing you that space is a begging the question fallacy. Nobody said it would be going up in the first place. So
No,
you
why
saying
did you?
that flat
You're the
Earth
one that just brought up
say
going
it's not
up.
supposed to be going
Right.
up?
Anyway, Mario, let's go
That's
over it.
argument.
Mario, stop. Let's go over this thought experiment, okay? So we agreed that
Okay.
things accelerate towards the ground. They go from not moving to moving. That's an acceleration, okay? So you say the reason that happens is because of the energy you give something when you pick it up. So let's imagine that you've picked up this apple up to about here, okay? So you picked up the apple to up here, and you've got the apple up here now, right? So you've given it, you're saying that you've given it that much energy from there to there, yeah? Is that right? I don't want to straw man. Is that what you're saying?
You can say that.
Okay, that means that the maximum it should fall back down is to its origination point, which was here, right? So you let go of the apple, it's going to fall back down to that point where it came from. Is that right?
That's not true. That's not true. All weight is attracted to the earth. Why wouldn't weight be on
Why
the ground?
why is it attracted to the earth? What's causing that
Because
attractive
it's more
force?
dense. It's
Density
more
isn't
dense,
the force,
bro.
though. But density isn't the force.
Bro, what 15 pounds of helium and 15 pounds of feathers, which one gonna rise?
Depends what you've got
According
the
to
helium
gravity, according to gravity, they both fall at the same rate. According to your math.
Yeah, but then you have to take into account buoyancy, which I went through with you.
New stuff
but Mario, try and pay attention. Try and pay attention without interrupting. You made the claim that the reason the apple would fall back down is because the energy you give it when you lift it up to this point, right?
Yes.
So you've given it that much energy to go from there to there. So how come if I then release the apple at this point, it will fall all the way down from there to here? When, according to you, wait, I haven't finished. Let me finish my point. According to you, I have only given it this much energy from there to there. However, now the apple has gained this amount of extra energy to fall further than I picked it up. So where did this extra energy come from?
I'm going to tell you, the extra energy comes from the actual weight and nothing being there to support the apple anymore.
And how does that create energy?
Out the way. The weight of you is already energy, bro. Like your weight is energy. What are you talking about?
Well, my weight isn't anything to do with what happens to the apple.
Your weight is always pushing down. If the ground wasn't right there, your weight is always pushing down.
What's pushing down?
That's what your weight does. Right now, you feel the ground because your weight is holding you to the ground. That's energy.
And as we said, weight is mass times gravity.
See, you just transform something that already exists to your new definition.
No, that's not my new definition. That's been the definition for a long, long time.
We already had explanations for what you took and made gravity.
No. Mario, that's been the explanation for a long time.
No, y'all made up gravity in the 1600s. That's 100% fact.
No.
Yes, you got sites before gravity before the 1600s?
No. I'm saying that it's existed. You know, weight is as mass times gravity has existed for a long time.
You transformed that already existed. You made it into something new. That's all.
And they never really had calculations and reasons why things fall and rose.
And you transformed it into some magical force, man. Like that's all.
But there has to be a reason why things accelerate, and they do accelerate. Do me a favor, Mario. Do me a favor. Mario, do me a favor. Mario, do me a favor. Define acceleration for me, please.
Ain't it like an increase in energy, right?
No. What actually is acceleration?
So what's happening when things accelerate? It's not increasing energy?
No.
Where is it getting the energy to accelerate?
Okay, so, oh my God, this is hilarious.
Can you answer my question?
From a force, right?
No, I'm saying I'm talking about when things accelerate.
When I ask you to define acceleration, right? I asked you to define acceleration, and you said it's an energy.
And I'm going to ask you, what is acceleration?
Right. Here's what acceleration is. So acceleration A equals a change in velocity over a change in time. It's as simple as that. That's what acceleration is. Acceleration is change in velocity over change in time.
How do you get velocity without energy?
That is how you calculate what acceleration is. Now,
Hold up.
acceleration.
You claiming velocity can happen without energy?
No, I'm not. That is how you calculate what acceleration is. But here is how you get a force, because a force is mass times acceleration, right? This A here is this in the force
And when
calculation,
have you proved
right?
that things accelerate to the ground at 9.8 meters per second squared?
Here you go. That just accelerated towards the ground at 9.8 meters per second squared.
You that's what you claiming. You haven't proven.
No, that
statement.
just happened. You just watched it happen.
No, I said square. You squaring it. I didn't say that. Nobody ever seen nothing.
Because it's a change in velocity over a change in time.
This haven't been proven, bro. That's another globe statement.
Not moving. Mario, not moving. Mario, not moving to moving. And it gets faster as it goes down.
Right. It's releasing,
which is an acceleration.
Pick it up.
It's accelerating.
Because you picking it up off the ground.
And so is it the weight that causes the acceleration or me picking it off the ground? Which one is it? Because you're claiming two different things here.
No, I'm not. The weight is causing you to stay on the ground. So to pick it up, you have to give it energy. So when you
but then why did it fall further? Why did it fall down the well and fall further than it originally went?
Giving stuff energy when you pick it up. Do you know what that's called?
What is it called?
I think it's called like not conservative energy. You
on about conservation of energy?
Yeah, conservation of energy. That's what it's called.
Well,
picking it up off the ground.
Please define conservation of energy for me.
You the one begging the question by saying we float in a vacuum. Can you prove that?
I didn't say we float in a vacuum.
So how you know gravity is weight?
How do I know gravity is weight? I don't say gravity is weight. Weight is mass times gravity. It's a force acting on your mass.
You adding stuff that doesn't. How you know gravity exists? I'm getting.
How do we know gravity exists? I can give you 5 experiments that show gravity exists. Here's 5 experiments. Mario, stop. Mario, no, you didn't. You got physics very wrong. But here's 5 experiments.
Conservation of energy.
Mario, stop talking. Here's 5 experiments that show that gravity is real. The Cavendish experiment, the Schehelian experiment, the Pound replica experiment, the Eddington experiment in 1919, and the discovery of Neptune. All 5 of those demonstrate gravity through Newtonian and Einsteinian principles.
But they haven't showed us gravity affecting gas.
Yes, they have. I showed you a video of gravity affecting gas earlier. I showed you a video of gravity affecting gas earlier.
Gas filling the space, bro.
Right, hold on. I think there's a video I remember that can demonstrate what I am talking about.
No, because what we see is gravity is not strong enough to stop gas from filling space. That's what the maps come out to.
Give me 1 sec.
Because if gravity was affecting gas, all the gases would be under the surface of the earth. Gases seem to do whatever they want to, bro. That's what we see.
No, except I showed you a video earlier of gas being held down by gravity in an open container.
No, that wasn't. We were talking about helium, bro. You talking about a gas inside of a gas? Like,
yeah, and the reason helium goes up is because of its,
I can make smoke
lighter.
go down. Does that prove that gravity is affecting smoke just because it goes down?
It does.
No, it proves that smoke is more dense than the air.
Okay, so I'm just getting a video of the demonstration of a gas pressure gradient inside a container, just to show you that
Which
happens.
one? The one you just showed me? I've seen it.
I haven't shown you anything yet.
You showed me the one with the in a container with the little aluminum.
No, I'm getting you. You said that if you put gas into a vacuum container, that it would expand equally all over.
Of course.
Well, hold on. I'm just finding the right video. I'm pretty sure this one's it. Right, here we go. All right, so this video. Let me bring it up. That's what she said. So he's drilled 2 holes in the container that he's got, leading to 2 pressure gauges. There's one at the top and one at the side. And when he reads the pressure gauge, both the pressure gauges, it shows that the pressure at the bottom is the one on the left, is higher than the pressure at the top, which is the one on the right. inside a sealed container.
So let me tell you this. Why is it inside the container?
Because he put it in there.
Without the container, what would the stuff in the container do?
Well, if the stuff inside the container creates a pressure... Wait, you want me to answer? If the stuff
is... expand through the air.
Do you want me to answer? Right? If the stuff is...
You just debunk yourself with your own video, Fight the Flerfs. You just debunked really what you were trying to say. You debunked it with the video.
Listen, inside the container, there is a pressure gradient.
Right.
There was a vacuum.
Why is it in the container?
Listen, will you? Without interrupting. There was a vacuum inside the container. Then they put gas in there, right? And then the gas inside that container created a pressure gradient, which is the same as our atmosphere, backing up my argument, not yours, because your argument was the pressure would be equal throughout.
That's only with some gases, bro. All gases.
Only with some gases. Only with some gases. So why does your thing work with some gases and not others?
Hold up. Now let me refute your claim. First of all, to refute the video, if he didn't have the gases inside of that metal container, they would spread through the air. First of all, why
create a gradient?
Why isn't they forming a pool on the ground? Why did he need the container in the first place? He's supposed to show the gas. Pour helium inside of a helium
because
like water.
That's not what we. So you're strawmanning the position. You're strawmanning our position. You're strawmanning our position. That's not what we say would happen inside the atmosphere.
Let me finish with your video. You debunk yourself with the video by showing me a gas inside of a container. That's my argument. Why does it need to be in that container? Because it would spread.
Because otherwise it would be in the atmosphere and be affected by buoyancy.
No, they're affected by buoyancy. Why are they affected by buoyancy inside of the container?
Because there's a vacuum inside of the container, so there's nothing to create any buoyancy.
But you created the vacuum. It doesn't exist in nature.
So there's now no buoyancy because there's a vacuum.
There's now no vacuum. Where did this vacuum come from, bro? We don't see this nowhere.
You created it inside the container.
Now we get into it. Space is a vacuum that was created.
No, it's not. No one says space is a vacuum. It's a low pressure environment.
Exactly. We don't see that nowhere. Where you seeing low pressure at?
Okay. There's a 10 to 12 psi difference between the base and the summit of Everest.
That's because the helium is less dense and the air is
not just helium. The atmosphere maintains its ratio. Wait. Let me finish. At the summit and the base of Everest. Let me answer. At the summit and the base of Everest, the ratio of gases are the same, except there is a lower pressure. Why is that?
What you mean lower pressure? Gases get more dense. They getting created at the ground. It's gonna be more gas at the bottom. What you talking about?
Well, you said that gas would expand everywhere. So
most
why
of
doesn't
it's gonna
it?
be where it's being created at. The majority of it gonna be where it's created at.
It's not.
Surface. Is it?
But as I just showed you, you also get a pressure gradient inside a container. So why does that happen?
Why do you need the container? That's what the dome. You using a dome, bro. Like this flat Earth.
No, the universe is our container. We've got a container. It's called the universe.
Every time you say container, you saying flat Earth.
Look, this is Everest, right? This is Everest. Okay, got Everest here. Okay, now at the base of Everest, down here, okay, you've got 14.7 psi, right, at the bottom of Everest.
Right.
But the summit of Everest, you've got, I think it's about 6 psi. Okay? So, why is the gas here not rushing up to fill the available space?
Because we already have elements up there, like the flat Earth. How you think helium rise up for? Hold on, let me answer you. Don't.
What do you mean we already have elements, though?
Helium and hydrogen is also in existence, correct? They have to be somewhere and exist. So, what you think gonna fill the top of the dome? We got air, helium, hydrogen. That's it. No vacuum.
Yeah. Except then you keep going up, and the pressure keeps getting lower and lower until you get to.
Let me ask you the question. So, who went up to prove this?
Well, we recently had Richard Branson, and we recently had
now you
Jeff
gotta go to
Bezos.
TV. Hey, if you want to believe TV,
I didn't see it on
if you-
TV, I saw it on YouTube.
Hold up.
But we've also
wanna
got
use
my
TV
friend
to
Mr.
find-
Sensible,
Go for
who
it.
sent a probe to space and measured the atmospheric pressure as 10 to the 2 torr.
Who did that?
My friend, Mr. Sensible.
That's bullshit.
I could show you the video if you like. You can
I
watch it
know
on his
for
channel.
a fact he's straight bullshit. The
No,
highest you can
he
go
sent a probe
is
up there.
around 21 miles up. I
Yeah,
guarantee you
and
nobody's
at
going
that,
higher than
it was about 36 kilometers, and at that altitude, the
can't
pressure
measure
is
those-
10
you
to the
can't
2
measure the
torr.
space from that distance anyway. You need to be in space to measure.
You're measuring the pressure
In the
at,
atmosphere.
listen, Mario, at 36 kilometers, the pressure is
In the
10 to the,
atmosphere?
listen, at 36 kilometers altitude, the pressure is 10 to the 2 torr, which is practically
No,
a
it's not.
vacuum. Yes, it is. It was measured.
No, it's not.
It was
not.
measured. It is.
That's
it was measured.
bullshit. It's
No, it's not
helium
bullshit.
up there, man.
No, there's a
It's helium.
diffuse, there's a diffuse
It's
cloud
helium
of
up-
particles.
So if it's 10 to the minus 2, how does a helium balloon reach that distance? Because like,
Well, how does the helium balloon reach that? Because the balloon creates an upward thrust against any of the atmosphere that's there.
no. So you saying a balloon upward thrust is stronger than the gravity of the Earth?
Buoyancy can create a stronger force, yes.
So now we got stronger forces than gravity. So like literally, you cannot even prove this exists.
We absolutely
we
can
talking-
prove it exists. The 5 experiments I mentioned earlier.
Buoyancy actually is something that debunks gravity. It doesn't help
No,
you.
because buoyancy
You know
includes
what I'm
gravity. Remember,
How does
the
it
force,
prove gravity?
because the force of buoyancy equals rho, which is the density of the object, times
So now,
g.
no, you just
Well,
said which
listen,
is the density. You
listen,
just said which is the density. So now
Yes.
you're trying to give gravity the
listen.
attribute
Are you letting
of
me?
density.
Can I finish writing the equation? Right. The
That's
force
the
of
whole-
buoyancy.
I'm just
Listen.
summing up for you.
Listen. The force of buoyancy equals rho, which is density, times g, which is the.
Density.
Listen. It's not just density. You times it by g,
Yes, it is.
which is the. Now,
Density.
stop interrupting. You times it
So
by
disprove-
g.
Can you disprove
Mario.
density?
Mario, you need to let me finish what I'm saying, otherwise you're not going to learn. Now, please don't interrupt while I
learning
finish
nothing
this
because you ain't
equation.
speaking of-
Right? Let me finish the equation. Density is just a variable. The force of buoyancy equals rho, which is density, times g, which is
Yep.
the downward acceleration due to gravity, times v,
Due to
which is
weight.
the volume displaced. That is how
Okay,
you calculate
now-
buoyancy, and that can create a stronger force than the downward
just said-
acceleration that gravity
Hold up.
creates.
What you just said is density times weight, which is
No,
what you said
no,
gravity is.
no. But weight again. Weight equals mass times gravity. So gravity is just
See,
a
you
variable.
adding in the G. Hold up, you adding in G. G
Yeah,
is
because
not
that's how you
there.
calculate it.
Adding G to all these equations. You
No,
said
no,
density
because
you said
weight and mass
buoyancy
are
is
different.
density times gravity. Then you said weight is gravity. Weight is mass times gravity. I'm like
Mass
you're
times
adding
gravity,
this G,
yes.
bro.
This
You
is pretty
adding
basic
G to
maths.
everything. It's not something that we see in nature. You gave stuff
It
G.
is something we
G
see
ain't
in
already
nature.
there.
It is something
G
we
is
see in
not
nature.
there. Weight is there. Density is there.
Right.
Not
Here's
gravity.
no weight and mass are different things. You know that, right? Weight and mass are different things. Do you know? Do you
Man,
agree
you
with
can
that?
call them whatever you want to, man. You can use
Right.
all type of funny words,
Here's
funny
the thing,
equations.
right?
It's not gonna get around what we
Okay,
don't
so
see.
right.
And this is just
Now-
one subject we talking about. Imagine
Yeah,
that,
and you're
brother.
really ignorant on it. It's
I got a
incredible.
top
Now,
20,
now,
we
now,
only
Mario,
talking
Mario,
about
Mario.
one.
Now, Mario, listen, right? I want you to listen to me because this is important to what I say. Gravity isn't the
ahead.
same everywhere on Earth, right? Gravity is different depending on where you are on Earth. The biggest difference
Have you
is
proven
between.
that statement?
Well, if you let me finish what I'm saying, then maybe I can get there. Okay? The biggest difference is between the poles and the equator. You actually weigh more
Okay.
at the poles than you do at the equator by about 0.07%. Okay? You can take you can you can
0.07%. Have
you
you
can take
proven
listen
it?
listen. You can take 1,000 grams of gold, weigh it at the poles, and then go down to the equator and weigh it, and it will be less. That's why scales have to be calibrated
did this?
locally.
You
Wolfie
got the
6020.
videos?
Wolfie 6020 did this. Yes.
Show us. Send me the video to that so we can debunk
I
that
will
one
send
too.
you
I
the
wanna
video
see.
of that happening. But that is a physical phenomenon that many people have investigated, okay? The reason for that is because of gravity and centrifugal acceleration. At the poles, because you
So,
are on top. Let me finish.
hold
Let
on.
me finish. Before you interrupt, let me finish.
Okay, go
At the
ahead, man.
poles, where you do not have a fast linear velocity, you don't have any centrifugal acceleration, which means there is more of a perceived gravitational effect. At the equator, you have more centrifugal acceleration forcing you away from Earth, which takes away part of the gravitational acceleration downwards, meaning you weigh less at the equator than you do at the poles. This is an observed natural phenomenon.
Okay, first of all, no one is allowed to go to the poles to observe this happening. So
Incorrect.
everything you can you let me finish, man? How you gonna tell me to let you finish? As soon as I say something, you say
Well,
something.
yeah, you then made a lie, so
No, you nobody has got a scale and went to the North Pole, so everything
yeah,
you
they
saying
have.
is
It's been
false.
done.
Where is that? Show me the video.
Yeah, I can send you it
Link
from
right now.
Wolfie 6020.
Somebody with a scale at the North Pole.
Yeah, I can get all these videos for you. These are things that have been done.
Okay, show me the video. Send them to me. I'd love
Yeah,
to
I
see
will
those.
do.
Because I definitely know how fraud at the North Pole look. I definitely know how the North Pole should look. So
You know how
if
the
they
North Pole
try to
should look.
fraud, if that
That's
video turns
interesting.
out to be fraud, that's another dink in the globe's armor.
Wait,
So I
the North
ain't
Pole
just
is
send
a
me the
fraud.
videos and we'll debunk them. This better for us. If you got them, send them. Because I haven't seen nobody way different. Like, as a matter of fact, you supposed to be gaining mass as you move across the surface. Like an airplane, like for instance, the airplane is supposed to gain mass and speed as it moves to the north. And the Earth's supposed to be spinning up under the airplane.
Who said that?
That's your model.
No, it's not. That's a lovely straw man of my model.
Hold up, you saying that the atmosphere is moving with the Earth?
Well, absolutely it is, yes.
But that's not so. How do you, so you saying if I jump up, the Earth won't move under me?
No. There's conservation of momentum to deal with that. It's
And
not
how do
really
you cite
it's not
that?
really anything to do with the atmosphere, it's just conservation of
So
momentum.
you saying you cite that by driving in the car and throwing something up and down, right?
Well, many things show conservation of momentum.
No, actually, if the Earth was spinning, it's changing direction. So as you go up, it's gonna be in a different direction. That's why if you throw
Yeah, but you're
something
still
up in a
going
car
with it. Conservation of
if you
momentum.
throw something up in a car that's drifting, it's gonna move to a
No.
different spot because the
You
car
are
is spinning.
going you have the same linear velocity as the Earth,
The Earth is spinning
and you
though.
maintain that linear velocity.
The Earth changed directions as you in
Yeah,
the air.
yeah. And gravity will be pulling you towards the ground always.
You still so what is something hovering?
Like what?
Like an airplane hovering in the air.
Airplanes don't hover.
Yes,
Well,
they do.
some do. You know, VTOL,
they
vertical landing and takeoff do. But
so I'm saying so if the airplane stay above the ground, the Earth not spinning up under it.
no.
How do you cite that? Because if we put a dome over a merry-go-round, I launch a drone. The drone is not gonna spin with the merry-go-round. So how do you cite what you're talking about?
If the atmosphere is moving with the merry-go-round, it will, yes.
No, the atmosphere is moving with the merry-go-round. I launch
Yeah.
a drone inside of a merry-go-round with a dome on it. It's not gonna move with the air.
Yeah, it
The
will.
air gonna move past it.
No, the drone will. If the atmosphere is perfectly contained on top of that merry-go-round,
Yes.
then
We can also.
it will be rotating with
something
it.
else we can cite. The globe. Y'all heard that? The globe head say, and we learned this is an experiment for the Flerfs. I'm gonna do them all. Trust me. We gonna
Sorry,
put a
did what?
dome. We gonna put a dome over a merry-go-round, and we gonna launch a drone to see if it spins with the atmosphere that's inside of the closed system.
Yeah.
Because I want to see that. I never seen that in reality. Honestly.
Right. So are you right? Are you assuming that the atmosphere will be spinning with the merry-go-round? Yeah.
That's y'all statement. I didn't say. I said the atmosphere, the
Well,
ground.
yeah. No,
will be moving with
I'm
different-
talking about in your experiment. You
In
are
my experiment, they both should be moving at the same
right.
speed.
Okay.
Correct.
So now, what does a drone use to hover?
It uses the air, right?
Yeah. So if the drone is using the air to hover and the air is moving, what do you think is going to happen to the drone?
It should be moving with the air, correct? That's what y'all say
Correct.
happened, right?
Yeah. So if you have
Okay,
a,
so if I
if
can
you
make the
listen,
drone, if I can
if you
make the
have a
drone stand
perfect
still,
containment, if you have a
if I can
perfect
make the drone stand still,
listen,
would you say that the Earth, flat Earth, is
you need
got
to
a
let me
spirit?
you need to let me finish, Mario, right? If you have a perfect containment and you have been spinning
Right,
it for a long enough time, then the atmosphere inside
right,
that should be moving with it. But you have to make sure it's been going for a while to make sure friction and everything has got everything moving, because you've obviously got
okay,
gravity pulling it all down as well, okay? And if
right.
it's all perfectly contained and you have a drone inside that, the drone will rotate with the air inside the merry-go-round.
Okay, we're gonna see about that. I want this sounds
Yeah,
like a cool experiment to try.
yeah. Because that's, as you said, the drone uses the air to hover. And if the air is moving, the drone will also move unless there is an extra force making it move in another direction.
So, hey, you just now what's gonna happen if I start to move the airplane in a direction against the air that's moving?
Then it will have a linear velocity in an opposite direction, as well as
So
maintaining
do we experience
as
that?
well as
Do
having
we
its conservation of
experience
momentum
that?
maintained.
Hold up, do we experience that? You just said if I
Yes.
try to move in the opposite direction of the spin, we're gonna have to make up for the rotation in the atmosphere
No.
moving against
No.
us. Do
No.
we see this in
No.
reality?
Yeah. For instance, we say the Earth at the equator has a linear velocity to the east of 1,000 miles an hour. So if a
Right. Do
plane,
we see this?
so if a plane takes off from the equator and heads west at 500 miles an hour, what we say is it still has a linear velocity to the east of 500 miles an hour, even though it's traveling to the west.
So it's
Because you
not
have to
moving.
take the five.
It's
Yeah,
in one
listen.
place.
You have to take the 500 away from the 1,000. So even though on the sphere the relative motion has it moving over the sphere, from an outside observer, it will have a linear velocity to the right, only half as fast as the rotation of the Earth.
Right. So what you're saying is what you just
Is
told me
maths, yes.
that if an airplane is flying at the crater at 500 miles per hour and it's flying to the west, right?
Yeah.
So that means it's flying negative 500 per hour.
Technically, yes.
So that means it's not
Because motion's
moving.
relative, of course, you understand, right?
So have you ever seen a plane flying in place?
No, because that's not what we say happens.
That is what you just said happened. A
No,
plane
no,
should be
I
able to
said,
fly in place and
listen
it
very
moves
closely. I
exactly the
said,
same speed
relative
as-
to the
Hold on, let me
sphere,
finish.
Mario,
Can I finish?
well, you just strawmanned what I said. Let me reiterate
No,
what I
I
said.
didn't. I
Let me
said if
let
a
me
plane is moving
reiterate
at
what I
500.
said. Let me
Hold
reiterate
up.
what I said. Let me reiterate what I said. Okay? The plane has a relative motion to the sphere to the east, to the west, sorry, of 500 miles an hour. Okay? However,
Right.
the entire thing, including the plane, is rotating to the west at 1,000 miles an hour, meaning that technically the plane is still rotating to the east, only at 500
Correct.
miles an hour,
We
not
already
1,000
cited
miles
this
an
part.
hour. But relative to the sphere, you see it moving at 500 miles an hour. So we never say
No,
that the plane is
actually,
staying
you
still.
supposed. Oh, you hold up. Actually, you're not supposed to see it moving. That's Coriolis. See, that's why I was telling you.
No, I
said,
wasn't
why
talking
don't
about
you-
Coriolis. That's not
Hold
what,
up. That is.
don't,
Hold up. Let me
we'll
finish.
get to Coriolis in a bit.
That
Coriolis
is
isn't
part of
important here.
Coriolis. We're moving under a plane,
No, that's
right?
not what Coriolis is, no.
Well, anyway, forget it. Whatever. What we see, what I'm saying is, when you see on your model, we should see planes moving with a move. I mean, flying standing still means you
No.
moving the exact same speed as the rotation.
No,
So
that's
if
not
I
what we
got a
say.
plane
That's a straw man.
hold up. Can I finish my argument?
Yeah, just stop
If I got a
strawmanning
plane
though.
that's- If I got a plane that's moving 1,000 miles per hour on the equator, the exact same speed as the rotation, against the rotation, I can be flying at 1,000 miles per hour and not moving to somebody on the ground because I'm moving
No.
the same speed as the atmosphere. Yes,
No.
that's true.
No. Relative to the sphere
Yeah,
of
that's
Earth.
exactly-
No. Relative to the sphere of Earth, you will always be moving.
So basically, put it like this: your airplane moving against air that's dragging it backwards. So you
No,
have
the
to
air
make
isn't
up
dragging
for-
it backwards. It is using
Yes, it
the
is.
air.
You
Listen,
moving
it is
against the
using.
atmosphere against the spin.
Listen,
Yes, it is.
it is
dragging.
using the air that has a linear velocity to the east of 1,000 miles an hour, but it is
Yes.
in that air that is moving. But then it is
But it's
within
going
the
against
within
it.
the air. Listen, within the air, it is then traveling to the west at 500 miles an hour, relative to the surface of the Earth. because they are the same
What they got to
reference
do
frame.
with the speed of the air supposed to be moving?
Because the air is moving the same speed as the ground.
No, it's not. We just said we go
In our
in
model,
the
it
opposite
is.
direction of rotation.
In our model, the air is moving the same speed as the
No,
ground.
I'm telling you, we talking about this flight that's going against the spin of the Earth. We're supposed to be seeing winds fly past it at 500.
No.
Yes.
No, because you're saying that it's just relative to the...
Talking about that's literally
Because
your model. I'm
it's
flying
not
at
our model. You are
500.
straw manning our model.
No, I'm flying
Yes.
at 500 on the equator, right?
Right. Oh my God. Right. So here's the sphere Earth.
500.
Right. Here's the sphere Earth. Okay. The entire thing is rotating that way at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. Okay.
Right.
Right. So a plane. Wait. So a plane takes off from here. Okay. And as it takes off from here, it's still moving this way at 1,000 miles an hour, right?
What about the other way?
But listen, its location is over here. So both these locations are moving this way at 1,000 miles an hour, and so is the plane when it takes off, right? So it starts traveling this way at 500 miles an hour, right? But even though...
How is it moving?
Listen. Now you've got to imagine the entire thing is rotating to the east, okay, at 1,000 miles an hour. But within that rotation, the plane is moving 500 miles an hour that way, which means that it's still rotating that way, only at 500 miles an hour, not at 1,000.
On your model, that plane wouldn't be able to move because the wind would be pushing it
Don't straw man my model.
That is your model. You just
you're getting my model wrong.
That means it's moving backwards.
Mario, you don't get to tell me what the heliocentric model is because you don't understand it.
You just said your plane is moving negative 500. That means it's going backwards.
No, it's not moving negative 500, right? It's moving. I said it's still moving to the east at 500 miles an hour. According to the outside reference frame.
To the west at 500 is technically going negative 500 miles per hour. You said that's correct. No. I said, okay, so the plane should be moving backwards in the sky, right?
No. Relative, right? You've got to think of this. Listen. You've got to think of this as 2 points. You've got to think of it as being on the surface of the Earth compared to looking from outside of the Earth.
Your map just said negative 500.
Compared to the outside.
Don't see
not negative 500, not negative 500, right?
That is
right?
now.
Listen,
okay, now.
Listen, right? East.
Okay,
east at 1,000, okay? But then it goes west at 500, okay? So what is 1,000? Listen, what is 1,000 minus 500?
Negative 500.
No. What is 1,000 minus 500?
No, it's supposed to be 500 minus 1,000.
No, it's not.
The plane is moving 500.
Yeah, it's moving to the west.
You gotta subtract the spin of the Earth.
Listen, the Earth is spinning to the east, a linear velocity to the east at 1,000 miles an hour, right?
So you telling me...
right? The Earth has a linear velocity to the east of 1,000 miles an hour. Yes? Right? Plane takes off, goes west at 500 miles an hour. So we take 500. Listen. So the plane, when it took off, was going to the east at 1,000, but now it's going west at 500. So we take 500 from 1,000. What is 1,000 minus 500?
So how fast is the atmosphere moving now?
The atmosphere is still moving to the east at 1,000 miles an hour.
No, it's now moving at 500.
No, the plane's moving at 500, not the atmosphere.
That's what I'm saying. You subtracting the plane speed from the atmosphere speed, you still left with 500 miles per hour atmosphere speed.
No. What you don't, the plane also had this speed to the east. But now because the plane's going...
No, it wasn't. It's coming from the opposite direction. What are you talking about?
When the plane took off, it had the speed to the east.
We know it got 500. We accounted for that 500.
No, okay. Try and follow along without interrupting, okay? The plane is sitting...
Go fully. Go ahead, man.
Right, the plane is sitting on the ground, traveling east at 1,000 miles an hour. A linear velocity to the east at 1,000 miles an hour. right?
Right, we went over this.
Right. The plane takes off, so it goes up. It still has that linear velocity to the east of 1,000 miles an hour. But now the plane starts going west at 500, right? So what we do...
How is it going west?
Because that's the direction it's flying.
But
right?
But the Earth is flying at 1,000.
The Earth's not flying; it's rotating, including the atmosphere.
The atmosphere is flying
right? Now you interrupted, which is what I asked you not to do. Right? So now the plane is going east at 500 miles an hour. So as west is the opposite of east, we take 500 away from 1,000. So what is 1,000 minus 500?
It's 500.
Right, 500. So what we have listen. What we have is the plane, which still has a linear velocity to the east of 500 miles an hour. From an outside perspective, if you were on the moon looking down at the Earth, that's what it would appear. But according to people on the surface of the Earth, it is simply traveling to the west at 500 miles an hour. Do you understand? So, I know you don't.
Yeah, I understand what you just said, but that's not what your model says supposed to
No, that
happen.
is what my model says. You don't get to tell what my model says. That is what my model says.
Let me explain. Can I finish? Like I let
Yeah, as long as you don't strawman my model, because that is what my model says.
Okay, whatever. But let's say the Earth is spinning to the east at 1,000 miles per hour.
No, it's got a linear velocity. It's not spinning. A linear velocity to the east of 1,000.
Whatever, man. You can call it whatever you want. It's moving at 1,000 miles per hour. You got a plane taking off. So when a plane take off, it's trying to go against the speed of the Earth, right?
Well, it's just going relative to the surface in the atmosphere. That's all.
You still have the atmosphere moving you backwards, though, in the Earth as well. So you still have to... Exactly. So what I just said... So that means that the plane starts off as negative 1,000 if it's trying to go against the speed. That's what you start with. You start with
why you apply? No. You don't start with a negative anything. You start with the positive speed to the east.
Yes,
you start with the positive speed to the east of 1,000.
And I tried to move forward, will not the Earth pull me backwards?
No, that's not how it works.
So the Earth isn't spinning. Welcome to flat Earth.
That's not what we said. The Earth's definitely spinning.
Welcome
you know how we know? Earth. You know how we know? You know how we know the Earth's spinning?
If the Earth is spinning at one rotation,
Earth. You just denied rotation.
That every hour
no, I didn't.
has to turn 15 degrees.
You are strawmanning rotation. Listen, Mario, just be quiet and listen. Mario, just be quiet. Mario, just be quiet and listen. Right, just listen to what Bob says. Mario, you need to be quiet and listen.
If the Earth is
Shush.
spinning at one rotation every 24 hours, that means that every hour.
I didn't know that. One rotation in 24 hours. Wow, amazing.
Mario, please. This is 46 seconds long. Please be quiet for 46 seconds, okay? Don't say anything. Just listen for 46 seconds, okay?
If the Earth is spinning at one rotation every 24 hours, that means that every hour it has to turn 15 degrees. And if the gyroscope is mounted anywhere on Earth, it's going to drift. In today's 21st century navigation systems, they're using what's called a ring laser gyroscope. It is extremely precise. If we could simply get one of these ring laser gyroscopes, we would be able to prove once and for all that there is no rotation to the Earth. One of the people in the community actually purchased one for $20,000. But what we found is when we turned on that gyroscope, we found that we were picking up a drift, a 15 degree per hour drift.
So yeah, the Earth definitely is rotating. It's been measured.
So how do you know that that's detecting the drift of the Earth?
Because that's what he used. That's the only thing it can detect, the Sagnac effect. That's
so
how these things
basically,
work.
y'all got only a certain object can find the drift of the Earth.
No, cool. You can also do it with a pendulum. I've got a video I can show you doing it with a simple pendulum.
You can't do it with a pendulum. Like if you do it with a pendulum, you're going to have to move the pendulum, not the Earth.
Yeah, that's what we say should happen. But once the pendulum is swinging, shut up. Once the pendulum is swinging, we can then detect the rotation of the Earth.
Man,
we don't say, will you stop interrupting me? We do not
you just interrupt me.
We do not say that the pendulum should start swinging on their own. That is another straw man.
So, it's the man starting the momentum, not the earth. That's what I see.
Yeah, but that's a straw man of what the pendulum actually is.
Yes, actually you creating the pendulum is a straw man because you saying that the pendulum stuff swing on a pendulum, but not helicopters, stuff like that.
That's another straw man because we don't say that the earth rotates underneath.
So how can the earth move in front of a pendulum and not a helicopter?
Because the pendulum has a pivot point.
So you saying if I build a pendulum, it's gonna start moving?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So
I'm saying
we back into the straw man. You're
straw manning a pendulum, right? Right, here we go. Mario, be quiet and let me explain what the pendulum experiment actually shows.
Watch your bullshit video on Netflix, man. This shit ain't proving the earth spin.
Mario, let me explain to you how a pendulum actually works.
I know how a pendulum works.
We don't say that a pendulum should start swinging on its own because of the conservation of momentum.
It's not the earth that's doing it.
Mario, please don't interrupt me whilst I am explaining it. We don't say that the pendulum should start swinging on its own because that's not what physics says should happen to a pendulum on a rotating earth, because everything in the pendulum is rotating with the earth. But once you start the pendulum swinging backwards and forwards, because it has a pivot point, it will have the earth rotating underneath of it because that pivot point. And because of the earth rotating underneath of it, we can measure the drift of the direction of that swing, which is how you can measure the rotation of the earth. Now watch this video and let me explain.
Why ain't we drifting? Hold up, I heard you. Why ain't we drifting in hot air balloons and stuff?
Because they don't have a pivot point.
No, but they above the earth though.
Yeah, using the atmosphere to fly.
No, right, you just said it was low pressure up there. So you saying different type of pressure of gas move at the same speed?
There's still some pressure at the height that hot air balloons fly. So now, you have Mario, before you start, Mario, stop. Fuck's sake, shut up, please. Right?
Can I not be interrupted, bro?
You are constantly interrupting and you don't be quiet. Now, let me explain to you how the pendulum demonstrates what we say.
I'm not a teacher. I don't need a teacher, bro.
You do. You know, now, this is my evidence. Now, let me... Oh my God, Mario, will you shut up? This is my evidence. Let me present it and show you how it demonstrates.
I don't want to see no pendulums, man. I don't want to see that dumb stuff, bro. Like,
Mario,
the video, man.
Just be quiet.
Stupid shit.
Mario, be quiet and let me present my evidence.
I don't want to see the video, bro.
Mario, this is my evidence. I don't care. This is my evidence.
Talking about.
It is. This demonstrates the rotation of the earth, Mario. Now, please be quiet.
That's straw man. How you gonna say
not a straw man?
Move and nothing else? I don't want to see your straw man.
Now, be quiet. Man. Be quiet. Be quiet.
I don't want to see your pendulum video, bro.
Mario,
right now. I don't care.
Mario,
I'm not no student, fam. Like, you can cut the video.
Okay, I'll mute you. I will mute you if you don't stop talking.
I don't want to see your pendulum video.
I don't care. I'm showing it unto the audience at this point, right? So, the predictions of a rotating Earth is that the pendulum will drift a certain... Have you just rage quit? Have you just quit, Mario? Like a little girl?
I just said I don't want to see your pendulum video, bro. I don't want to see that stupid shit.
Okay, you don't want to see my evidence, I understand, but I'm going to show it anyway.
That's not evidence.
It is. Whether you say it isn't or not, it doesn't matter. Now, the predictions...
You haven't proven... Go ahead, man.
Now, the predictions of a rotating Earth is that the pendulum will drift a different amount depending on your latitude. This guy built a massive pendulum in his local high-rise building and let it swing for about 41 minutes, sorry. In that time that it swung backwards and forwards, it ran through this ink pad and left a trail of its direction. That direction of swing changed, which is what we claim will happen with a pendulum. It's nothing to do with the pendulum swinging. It's nothing to do with the pendulum swinging backwards and forwards. It is. Let me finish what I'm saying first. It is nothing to do with the pendulum swinging backwards and forwards. It is the change in direction of that swing that is induced that we measure. That is the predictions of a pendulum. What you guys say is a straw man of what the pendulum actually shows. By measuring the angle, you can then calculate your actual latitude on Earth, and it works every time. That is a measurement of the Earth rotating.
Let me ask you a question. So you claiming stuff moving up under the pendulum at 15 degrees per hour, right?
Say again?
You claim stuff move. You claim the Earth is moving under the pendulum, correct?
Yes.
So put it like this: if I flew a drone north, right?
Okay, but a drone isn't a pendulum.
No, we ain't talking about the pendulum no more. Like this, nobody owns one of them. Like nobody don't even know if there's an accurate. Like I see your videos, but
you can do it yourself if you don't believe it. You can deny science, but that's you. You can do it yourself.
We got science that refuted it. You don't care about it.
No, you don't have any science that refutes it.
Y'all got a little pendulum. Now I'm going to show you the science we got.
Okay, please show me some science that demonstrates that the Earth doesn't rotate.
Okay, and we fly a drone north. Then we supposed to see a drone drift to the east with the rotation of the Earth. But
it will drift ahead of the rotation of the Earth. It will drift ahead of the rotation of the Earth.
No, it wouldn't. The Earth will pull it to the right. The Earth will pull it to the right. What you talking about?
You guys don't understand Coriolis, do you? Right.
No, so, this has nothing to do with Coriolis. What you talking about?
Yeah, that's why it would drift to the right.
No, we not talking about. We talking about the atmosphere pulling it. Coriolis is because we spinning under the Earth.
No, Coriolis isn't because you're spinning under the Earth. That's a straw man.
No, you constantly interrupting everything I say, bro.
But yeah, it's because you keep straw manning everything.
You straw man, you still say, let me finish, even though everything you're saying is not even proof or nothing. It's just
well, it is. It's evidence of my point. Right. So you're saying right. So right. Start with the drone. Explain the drone thing again. Right. Explain the drone thing. So where does it take off from? Where does it take off from? Say the equator.
It don't matter where you taking out. As long as you go north, we're gonna see this effect. Just like when you try to draw a straight line on the merry-go-round gonna drift the straight horizontal line because it's spinning. So if I try to draw a straight line on, no matter how fast it's moving, doesn't matter. If I try to draw a straight line on a merry-go-round, it's gonna curve the straight line. If I'm going to the center.
Get back to your drone. So let's say the drone takes off from the equator, right?
With the drone, I'm going to the north with the drone. And the atmosphere gonna pull it with the spin, so it's gonna pull it in the one direction, or left or right, whichever way you're going. You're going south, you're gonna go right. North is gonna go right too.
Right. So you're going north with the drone, right? So the drone, the Earth, and the atmosphere are all moving to the east, right? Okay.
It don't matter. Hey, fight the flat Earth. This works even if you're walking, because no matter how fast I'm moving, it will curve the horizontal line because of the movement. So if I'm walking in the straight line, it will still curve me. the ground will move as I take a step forward.
No, you're moving with the ground.
So yes, I'm telling you, it's gonna bend my straight line.
Yeah, but you realize that it will still look straight, as though it's gone straight to you, because you've moved with the Earth as the drone's gone, right?
But you're not moving what you
actually find, right? Here's the interesting thing, right? What you actually find is that as that drone goes north, it will actually drift that way ahead of the rotation of the Earth. So at this point, listen, right? This is interesting, right? So at this point, it was rotating the same speed as the Earth, right? But then it took off and flew north, and as it got here, it's now rotating faster than the Earth rotates. Why do you think that happens?
It doesn't happen.
It does. That's called the Coriolis effect.
You made that up on your drawing.
No, that's what actually happens, and that's called the Coriolis effect.
Can you cite this for us?
Cite you the Coriolis effect? Yeah, sure.
Yes. Now I'm talking about to the airplane you just said. You just said an airplane going north would drift right. We don't see that. Yeah,
that's what we do see in the Coriolis effect. That's what happens.
No.
Yes.
We don't see airplanes drifting. You making that shit up?
Airplanes have things to counter the drift, like engines, for instance, But let's say you
fire stuff to counter the drift, though. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, like an engine. But let's say, for instance, you fire a ballistic missile. So listen. So you fire a ballistic missile from the equator going north, right? So you're on the equator and you fire this big old missile directly north. What's going to happen to that missile?
It depends on which way it's moving.
Well, let's assume that you're on Earth, right? That's rotating. So at the equator, it's got a linear velocity to the east of 1,000 miles an hour, and that's where it's fired. And that's where it's fired from, all right? So it's fired directly north from the equator. What happens to that missile?
Now, if it's moving fast enough, it will get to its destination. So let's say a missile is traveling like 5,000 miles per hour or whatever. The Earth is only traveling 1,000 miles to the east, so it's still traveling 4,000 miles per hour faster than Earth. So, but let's say if I throw a ball that's slower than the spin. Now, something moving slower than the spin.
Wait. Let's stick with the missile. Let's stick with the missile. Let's stick with the missile.
See, well, let's stick with it then. Let's say if I shot a missile at 300 miles per hour.
What?
The Earth is moving.
Wait, hold on.
Let me finish. Can I finish?
You're jumping away from the point. You're jumping away from the point. All right, let me finish the point, right?
You still talking about missiles, right?
Yeah, you fired the missile. You're at the north, right? And you're at the equator, and you fired the missile. Listen, you fired the missile north, okay? So it's starting to go this way. It's got there. It's going here. But what's going to happen?
How fast is it moving?
Let's say 1,200 miles an hour.
Okay.
It's going north at 1,200 miles an hour. All right, but that doesn't really matter, right? What my point is as it goes north, is it going to just go straight up with the rotation of the Earth, so that whole thing will be going? Is it just going to go a straight line? No. What happens is it drifts to the right ahead of the rotation of the Earth, because what it happened is it maintained the energy, the linear momentum of the Earth going at 1,000 miles an hour here. But when it gets to this point, the Earth's only going at 500 miles an hour to the east, right? Which means that the missile is now traveling to the east faster than the Earth because it maintained its momentum, the conservation of momentum. That's what the Coriolis force is about.
So let me refute your diagram. I just listened to you talk.
Well, you can't refute what happens. That physically happens. We've got observations.
No, we don't see no planes drift, but we'll give you that. But let me tell you what actually happened. You shooting your airplane or missile, whatever, it's going 1,200, right? So that's 200 miles per hour faster than, the spin of the Earth. So
it's going north,
it's going to make it to the,
It's going north though, not east with the spin. It's going north.
But it still has that momentum, right?
It has the eastward momentum of 1,000 miles an hour, yes.
Right.
But now it's also got that northward momentum of 1,200 miles an hour.
So before the plane can even leave its momentum, it has to first fight off the energy that it already had. So you saying the plane is going east. So before the plane can stop going east, it has to first reverse that energy. So it has to be traveling 1,000 plus more.
No.
Yes, it does, bro. That's physics.
You
I don't
just
know what
added
you're talking about.
Which part of physics? Because I studied it and got a degree.
You just
and
said that the Earth,
magic forces that you just made up don't exist.
Earth, right? So that means that the Earth always has 1,000 miles per hour to the east momentum going against it. So before it can go north, it has to first get rid of the momentum that's drifting it east.
Well, no, because it still goes east as it's going north.
No, it's not, bro. We see airplanes going perfectly straight without having.
Well, yeah, but the entire Earth the entire Earth, including that northward direction, is rotating to the east.
But you traveling in a different direction than a rotation, so you have to make up for it.
So now you've got two velocities. You've got the linear velocity to the You've got the linear velocity, Mario. You've got the linear velocity to the east of 1,000, and now you've also got the northward velocity of 1,000.
No, there's two different. You can't have two different opposite directions, but it's not.
They're not opposite.
You just said two different directions. The plane going in at the same time.
Yeah, because it maintains its momentum from moving east with the atmosphere, which is rotating with the Earth. The plane is always in the plane is always in the atmosphere that is rotating with the Earth.
So how is it going north without gaining the energy?
Why would it gain energy?
Because you have to negate the momentum you already moving east.
No, because it never stops moving. It never stops rotating with the Earth. It never stops rotating with the Earth.
So that means it should be drifting. That's my whole point.
From an outside perspective, it would look like that, yes, but not relative to someone on the sphere. No,
drift, bro. Like I don't know where you got that claim from.
Listen.
You can't cite that in reality nowhere.
Yeah, you can because that's what happens. So
show us videos of airplanes curving.
That's what you would see if you were looking at outside of the Earth, right? But if you were on the Earth,
thought it supposed to happen from the ground.
Oh my God! Will you stop interrupting when I'm getting to my point, right? If you were looking at the Earth from outside of the atmosphere, it would look like the plane was drifting to the right as it went north because the entire Earth is rotating. But if you are on the Earth that is rotating, that means you're rotating with it. The plane will just look like it's going in a straight line north. It's simple. How do you not get this? Seriously, a toddler gets this.
That's a fantastic claim you make, but nobody sees this.
Oh, that's what physics says should happen. You know, you said you would bring physics. That's what physics says should happen.
Say something happened nobody physically seen.
Well, that's what we all see all the time.
Show me the video. Show it to me right now since you
show you a video of a plane flying north.
Show me the video dripping.
I said if you were looking at it from outside of the Earth and...
No, now you don't have the video. Now you just, so you believe it. You believe this happened.
Of course,
you haven't seen it yet.
You can't really see planes from space.
Okay, that's all you had to say. I haven't seen it or proved it. That's all flat earthers care about. We only care about what's proven. I don't care about...
Yeah, science doesn't prove things, so that's a completely irrelevant point.
No, we haven't seen no airplanes drift, so why would I believe it?
I didn't say airplanes drift. I said they go with the rotation of the Earth.
So why would I believe it?
Because the atmosphere rotates with the Earth and planes use the atmosphere to fly.
That's your biased, religious zealot. Nobody said anything.
Again, we've measured the Earth rotating and we've measured the atmosphere rotating with it.
Yeah. Hey, go and get a gyroscope and put it on your wall. I don't care, man. Like I'm not here to argue.
Gyroscope, yeah. Mechanical gyroscopes also show drift.
Hang one on your fucking wall. I don't care. Like I don't care about no gyroscopes, man. Like show me
gyroscope, not gyroscope. Gyroscope.
Man-made bullshit. Like I don't care about this shit, man. Show me physical.
Everything's man-made.
No, it's not.
Everything man-made is still in nature.
Entropy is not a man-made law.
Yeah,
law
everything.
Everything. Hold up. Let's get to the other points. Then we only talking about one thing, man.
Cool. So reflection, right? Reflection's a good one.
Been talking about entropy and spin.
So you've lost the thing about the second law of thermodynamics because you didn't know what that was.
So many arguments against you.
You have none.
It's only one of my.
You literally have none.
One of my 3 subjects.
Mario, calm your tits, dude. You're getting very triggered.
No, right. I'm not. I'm just saying, bro. Like we only talking about one thing.
Yeah.
This is just one thing.
Yeah. Because I wanted to try and educate you on some basic physics.
I don't need education, bro. Trust me.
You really do need education because you're dumb as fuck. Sorry.
Nah.
So, reflection. Now, talk to me about the law of reflection.
You know what it is, man. Fuck wrong with you.
Could you please cite me this law?
You a religious silly. I ain't even gonna respect no more since you said.
Mario, calm down. Cool your tits. Mario, cool your tits. Take a deep breath. Are you having a seizure? Are you having a seizure? You need to calm down, dumbass.
No, nigga, ain't no respect no more.
I never respected you anyway because you're a dumb person.
You don't need to, bitch. You called me on your show. I didn't want to come.
Yeah, I'm amazed you come and displayed your ignorance, Reverend. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You can't stop thinking about it.
Yes, because it's hilarious. It's hilarious that grown adults think the Earth's flat. So you're getting very triggered right now.
You got a picture of a ball that's spinning in space. Oh, cool cartoon.
What CGI? What CGI?
Santa Claus will be
what about this?
Deliver presents.
What about this? What about this? Say.
Fuck up this stupid and fake ass cartoon ball, nigga. So you telling me one continent is in daylight, rest is in darkness? Your ball is stupid. Like
that's exactly. Explain to me what's wrong with this picture. Come on, that should be funny.
Most likely I can say where is the continent at?
Underneath the clouds, mainly.
Oh, underneath the clouds. Cool.
Yeah, because clouds are a thing.
That's where all 7 continents is underneath clouds.
No, some are going to be the other side of the ball. You do know balls are 3D, right?
So you telling me that your ball everybody on the opposite side of their ball is in darkness, right?
You can see the Terminator line on the right of it there.
So everybody else is on your ball is fucking stupid.
How is that stupid?
Because you believe that coverage exists and you never will prove it or see it.
Well, I'm showing you it right now. That was taken with a camera.
Cool.
And here's another one. taken with a camera.
Ooh, wow, cool. But
So
you know, during
explain that curvature to me.
This is one of y'all worst pictures too, because they actually brought in the day and night times, and
it matched
right now
perfectly.
It's showing Africa, and it's only Africa right now. It's the only continent in daylight according to your ball right now.
No, there's more of it, but it's too close to see
right
all
here,
of it.
everything on the opposite side is in darkness.
Nice straw man. Nice straw man. You're not close enough to.
So how can we get light to the back of this ball?
Well, you're not seeing.
Light to the back of
Let
this
me
ball?
answer. Let me answer. You are not seeing the entire front half of the ball. The camera is.
Yes, we have.
Let me answer. Are you going to let me answer? Are you going to let me answer without interrupting?
That's
right.
bullshit.
Try and keep
That
your
is
mouth
half of
flap
the earth.
shut. You've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Try and use them in the correct
Man,
ratio.
you not fit a lot of me here.
You're like a
That
little
is half
child.
the earth. Fuck you talking
Honestly,
about?
you're actually like a little child. Right. So, the camera
I'm making fun of the
camera.
globe.
Please be quiet. The camera is too close to see the entirety of the half that is lit up. This
So how
isn't
close is this
all.
camera right here?
They were on the way to the moon, but they
They
were
were
not far.
halfway.
They were not far enough away to see half
Yes, they was
of.
far enough away. What are you talking about? I know the distance to this picture.
Yeah, and they were not far enough away to see the entirety
Yes, they
of
was.
50%.
You looking at half?
Are you gonna?
See half of the ball
You know
that's
what,
up in top?
dude? Please try and stop talking until I have finished.
Man,
They
every
were
time
not.
you say dumb stuff,
They were
dumb
not
shit, I have to
far
repeat it.
enough away
I'm sorry.
to see
I don't like when dumb
50%.
shit into my ears.
Dummy,
Like,
please
that
shush.
shit trigger
They
me.
were not far enough away to see
Y'all
50%
retarded
of
model
the
is
Earth.
triggering. Yes, it is. I hate looking at it.
They
It's
were
so
not.
retarded.
They were not far enough away to see 50% of
Yes,
the Earth.
they was.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they was.
Can you please provide me the model that shows that? Because
The
I can show
distance
you.
that they was at the time.
So, what distance should they be able to see the entirety of the Earth exactly, and how did you calculate that out?
They see half of the Earth, so they see half of the, you know.
They weren't far
sphere.
enough away to see exactly half of it.
They see it. They looking at half. The other half.
No,
is
they're
on
not
the other
looking at
side.
half.
What are you talking about?
They're not
Where's
looking
the
at
rest
half.
of it? Where's the rest of it?
Out of their field of view.
No, they seeing half of the Earth.
Jesus Christ, are you this thick? Do I have to
You
get out the?
retarded,
Do I have to?
bro. Like
Do I have to get out the
we looking
chalkboard
at
again?
The outer edges of it. Where's the? It's no more
Fuck's
of the
sake.
ball.
Here we go. Right, this
You're
is so
dumb.
simple. This is so simple, right?
You're stupid. Fight the fat Earth.
Right.
You're dumb, bro. Just
Earth.
let's place it.
Look. Okay. Now, let's assume.
Okay, I'm finna go on Google how far they was. So since you brought that graph up,
Let's assume
the
that this is your.
1972 picture. Okay, let's go and find it.
Now,
Keep
will
on
you
showing.
shush? Will you shush and listen, right? Let's assume that this angle here is your field of view. Now, if you move further away and use the same angle, you see more of the Earth. You see? So there you use that. You see that much. And if you go further away again and use the same angle, you see more of the Earth. But each time, that angle is the same. How can you not think in 3D?
You haven't showed us why that picture is even believable in the first place.
Because
But
it was taken with a camera?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. It was taken with a Hasselblad camera.
CGI. All your pictures are CGI modified.
With, CGI in
I could put
1972.
that shit in the loud right now. I guarantee you they come up as a composite.
No, this is a single picture.
No,
If you're saying it's
picture,
CGI,
like all
here is some of the best CGI from the same year that this came out. Look at that. This is some of the best CGI from the year that that photo came out. This is taken with a camera, a single shot. Are you just going to say that's not true? And that was 1972. This one was 1966 or 68, I think. Slightly lower resolution. But yeah, there. There's the curvature there. Don't say we can't see the curvature, because there it is.
Distance they was this. So they said they was 18,000 miles. So that's basically how many Earths is there? That's basically...
That's not even one Earth. The Earth's 25,000 miles in circumference.
That's circumference. That's not radius. The Earth radius is 39, 59, right? So that's basically a bunch of Earths side by side. So
radius is only half, dude.
Hold up, let me finish. That's how many Earths side by side. There's 29, 59 to
radius
18,000.
Radius is only that, not the whole thing.
That's 6 Earths. So that they 6 Earths away.
No, they're not. They're not 6 Earths away, dude. They're not 6 Earths away. You've done the maths wrong. You've done the maths wrong.
That's not. Nope. That's 6 Earths radius away.
It's not.
What
You've done the maths wrong.
Talking about?
Look, this is a. Oh my god. This is a radius. It's half. Okay. We need the circumference, the whole thing around, with the diameter.
We're not talking about around. We're not talking about no around. What are you talking about?
So from side to side. So we need the diameter, right? Which is what, about 9,000 miles. Okay.
So hold up. So you saying we not gonna be able to see the whole Earth from basically 3 Earths away?
Not with the field of view they had. No, it wasn't 3. It was 2.
Yes, bro. What you talking about? Field of view? I can prove you wrong right now by scaling that down.
Right. So they were.
I got a globe downstairs. So you saying I'm not gonna see all of it 3 globes away? Hold on. We can do this right now.
So the field of view they had was about that. That was the field of view they had. It's simple.
Why aren't you shrinking the lines, bro? You shrinking lines. Like I can see
showing the field of view that the camera has. The camera can't see infinitely.
I can see half of the Earth from that distance, bro. Like that's bullshit. I can prove that wrong by scaling it down.
Right, let's do this. Here's the globe.
A basketball from 2 basketballs away. Yes, I'm gonna see half of it.
Here we go. Here is. So if we say 2 Earths
you
away.
See how much continents I'm looking at? You can't recreate
I'm
that
getting
picture.
It set up. I'm getting it lined up. If you give me a sec.
I'm saying Africa. You can't. I'm saying Africa. I see a little bit South America.
Well, I need it at the same. I need it at the same angle. If you just bear with me. Right,
no, you're not gonna recreate that. Yeah, you're not gonna do it. I still see South America over there peeking.
There we go.
I still see
like
a little bit of. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's recreated that pretty much exactly. There we go.
Where's Antarctica? I still see a little bit at the top up there. Look, you see that?
No, you don't. That's exactly like that. But if I move further away,
you got a lot of.
Oh look, you can see more.
Top,
but if you move closer, you see less. Look at that. Look all the top disappearing. Look all the top disappearing there. And then as you move away, you see more of it. I literally just demonstrated it for you live. You can't nutter what I just showed you.
Yes, you just showed me that
I just showed you that it happens.
Peeking at the top. It doesn't match your picture, bro.
Like, it matched the picture exactly.
Picture.
It matched the picture exactly.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Look, there's the picture.
Like, I can cite you right now that
the
model right now during that time. You know how many continents was lit?
Hold on. Here's the picture. I'm gonna match it up, and I'm gonna do it side by side. Just shut up a second.
I'm gonna go to the day and night map now. Since you think that's a real picture, let's go to the day and night map and see how many continents was lit at this time.
And it matches that. What's there?
Okay, we'll see. When was that picture taken? June. It was taken on December 7, 1972.
That's about 2.5 Earths away.
Let's go to the day and night map.
Here we go. It's 2 Earths away, and that matches.
Let's go to day and night. Day and night map.
Same distance away. 2 scale, and it matches. There we go. Point proof.
Let's see. We're about to prove it right now. Day and night map of 1972. What time was it when they took that picture?
It matches dayandnight.com. I've checked. It matches it exactly.
What time was it?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, I'll find it, bro. Don't worry. Because I'm finna get it right now. I heard some... Like you not matching. You're gonna have to get light on the behind of that ball now. Once I bring this up, because I think
I'm gonna have to get what?
It was around probably like thinking like 1 p.m. or something that they took that picture. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to be giving the model, even though it's not gonna
matches.
Matter. And when I did it, it didn't. So that's why I want to bring it up because we both saying it does. I want to see.
Why aren't you on camera anymore?
December. Damn, hold up. I gotta put it in right.
Oh goodness me, this is fun.
Yeah, you right. I told you it's very fine. The
Well,
flat Earth
out of
is so amazing. We got so many
904 votes,
arguments, huh?
5% thought he'd actually
They
bring evidence.
it,
Wow, that's actually a
seven
lot, man. It's like
December.
45 people. 45 people thought he'd actually bring evidence. What's wrong
Who?
with you? Nothing.
I
Just
ain't
about the
even. I already brought my evidence. We ain't even talked about reflection. Like we ain't even bring up none of my
evidence.
arguments I brought up.
Oh, yeah, no, I'd love to get to the reflection stuff because I'd like you to cite
Yeah,
this
that's
law of
cool. I
reflection for
really
me.
love. We can talk about that right now. Like reflection during
Okay,
sunset.
all right. So could you cite the law of reflection for me, please?
Can you go to basically called reflections on a sphere? You can just type that in. Just go to Google, put how reflections on a sphere work, and you will see.
Uh-huh. But no, you
You want
said
me to?
law.
Hey, you want me?
But
You want me to
wait,
shine a light on my globe downstairs?
you
I can
said
show you how it works.
you said
I can
law,
shine a light on my globe
dude.
downstairs. You want me to?
You said law of reflection. Could you cite the law of reflection for
Yes,
me, please?
that's a law.
Yeah,
Reflection.
could you cite me the law of reflection and
Hold on,
where I can look it
let
up?
me find like because I'm right now. I'm still for the typing this date. So when I finish typing this date, I'm gonna go to him because I actually just posted one in the Flat Earth group about how light hits concave mirrors and convex mirrors. So we gonna get to that. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish this the 12 month 7 day. I want to see this time and date map on your picture you just showed your audience. Cause you said that
Yeah,
time
I've
and
shown
date
that light
matches.
before. It actually matches completely.
We fit to see. So on that picture, you showed me December 7, 1972.
5:39 EST.
So we're gonna go with 2 p.m. because I don't know exactly what
5:39
time.
a. It was 5:39 a.m. EST.
Okay.
Thank you, Nicholas Green. And I don't know what you're complaining about. I mean, I went to space and took this video myself.
So well, we have big problems. According to the day and night map, Australia is lit, and the entire Asia is lit.
And that was what we just saw.
No, you showing me Africa and Australia was on the opposite side of the ball. You just showed me.
Australia's on the opposite side, so not just to the right
so you
there.
said Africa and Australia on the same side of the ball?
Dude, look. Africa is here. Australia is here.
Opposite side.
Look, so
they on two different sides of the ball, man. What are you talking about?
Look, if that is matching the picture, right?
See,
and
one of your Australia is in darkness right now.
Look, it's not in. Look at my ball. You can see Australia would be in light.
Darkness.
Where is it? It's here. Australia. If this is the sun, look at my ball right now. Right, if Australia here can see the light.
I can't see Australia in your camera, bro. You're hiding.
I'm literally showing it. Oh, let me get the angle right. There, Australia. There.
Nah, your hand covering it up, bro.
No, it's there. Australia is right fucking there.
Yeah, I see a little piece of it, but
yeah,
that's not what day and night say.
And the day and night says that it's just becoming day
in Asia,
in Australia,
Asia,
right?
Also, all Asia lit as well.
Yeah, just becoming day, right?
No, it's fully daylight in Asia.
Just becoming day.
If that model you showed me, Asia was also lit and Australia was lit. So that's just not what I seen on your ball, but whatever. Let's get to reflections though.
Okay. So again, I just want you to cite me this law of reflection.
Okay, I'm finna go to it. Reflections on a concave mirror. I mean, on a convex mirror. We finna go on Google right now. Let's see what comes up. Reflections.
You do know that you do know that all mirrors that are made on Earth actually have a curve, right?
What you mean?
Well, do you know how mirrors are made?
Not exactly.
Well, they use a thing called float glass, right? Where they fill a massive container with a liquid, right? And then they let the liquid glass lie on top of that, okay? And that's how they form the glass for the mirror. But because it's liquid and everything pulls towards the center of the Earth, all mirrors that are made that are float glass have a curve that matches the arc of the curve of the Earth. Yet when you look in a mirror, they appear perfectly straight, right?
Okay, we found a site. You ready?
Did you listen to anything I said then?
Yeah, you said all mirrors was curved or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that actually comes from the people that make mirrors. I contacted them on Twitter and they took me through the process.
We found a site. You ready? You ready for the site, bro?
Are you just ignoring everything I'm saying right now?
Bro, I just heard you. What are you talking about? No.
So if mirrors are curved, yet when we look at them on Earth and they still appear perfectly straight, what does that mean?
Bro, you just told me to cite the law of physics. What is we talking about? Mirrors appearing curved. Like we know flat mirrors are flat.
No, they're not. They're curved. According to the people that make the mirrors,
man, I don't want to hear no bullshit, no fake science you come up with, man.
No, it's not fake science. This is from the people that make the mirrors.
Curved mirrors. Like, what is you talking about? Like, this dumb as a motherfucker.
But according to the people that make the mirrors, mirrors are curved.
According to the people not according to reality, according to the people, huh?
Yeah, the people that make the mirrors themselves.
So you never seen a flat mirror in your life, flat to flat Earth? I've never seen a flat mirror.
It looks flat, but it's not. It has a curve that matches the arc of the curve of the Earth.
I don't know what reality y'all live in, man, where stuff appeared and don't appear.
So
like,
are you saying that, Mario? Are you saying the people that make mirrors are lying?
I'm saying what the fuck you saying is not even citable. Like, nobody said that all mirrors curve.
I can actually get the communications I had with the people that make mirrors.
Let's go to my site on Google. An image produced by a convex mirror is always virtual and located behind the mirror. When the object is far away, like the sun, the mirror image is upright and located at a focal point.
What are you on about?
This is the law of reflection. That means when you shine a light on a sphere, it's always going to be a focal point. No other image. It's coming.
Now,
nothing but a focal point. That's the law of reflection. Go ahead.
Does it actually say law of reflection? Is that a thing?
No, that's what happens when you say reflection.
Right. So there is no law of reflection. Now
you type it. See what comes up.
Yeah. There's no law of reflection. Now again.
Yes. It's called reflection from convex mirror. That's what it say here.
Look at that mirror. You see that? You see that mirror there? Right, do you see that mirror? Dude, shush for a sec. You see that mirror there, right? You see that mirror hanging on my wall, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? Does that look flat?
We talking about the globe, bro. Why is you talking about random mirrors?
Because you're talking about reflections being flat
can you
right? Now, just answer the question. Is that mirror flat? Does it look flat? Yes or no?
We're not talking about no mirror. Huh? All right. We're not talking about no mirrors on the wall, bro.
We are. Is that mirror flat? Yes or no?
I don't know. What does it matter?
It's a mirror, right? And the reflection in the mirror is nice and straight. You can see the shelf reflected in it there with my Superman on stuff, right? Right. The reflection looks straight. However, according to the people that make that mirror is curved, yet it has a apparently straight reflection. Because the curve is so slight, it matches the arc of the curve of the Earth. Which means
that's not what reflections do. Reflections don't curve around mirrors, bro. That's not how.
I didn't say it curved around mirrors. I said the reflection in that mirror.
That what need to happen on your globe, bro.
Maybe try and listen. Maybe try and listen. Maybe try and listen.
Bro, I'm not
the curve. The curve
you
is
just
so.
Said image curving around a ball. That's stupid.
Okay. Now, please be quiet. Please be quiet.
I can't convince nobody who believes it.
I don't believe it. I've researched it and found things out.
Show us the image curving around a ball.
Say again?
Show us a reflection curving around a ball.
I'm not saying that a reflection curves around the ball. That's a straw man. I'm saying that a reflection on Earth...
we trying to prove.
I'm saying that a reflection on Earth on a perfectly reflective surface that has a curve that matches the arc of the curve of the Earth will appear flat because the curve is so slight.
That's not what we see. Except
we see it in all mirrors that are made.
No. what happens on a convex
mirrors are
mirror.
curved. Mirrors are curved.
Like you just showed. Hey, I'm talking to your audience now. He just showed you his ball. He put that fake blue ball in front of the camera, right? Did you not see the camera light shine on a spot on his fake blue ball? Everybody can test this at home.
From far away,
you can't create no. Hold up, everybody test this at home. We ain't talking about his fake science. Shine a light on a sphere. You is gonna get no other reflection but a focal point. It's no other reflection is gonna happen. Yes, that's the point. You're not gonna see nothing but a circle of light. It's not gonna be a straight line at no point in time. I'm sorry about your fake science, but that's not
weird that this photo disagrees with you, isn't it? It's weird.
What photo?
Funny.
No, I see a circle of light. What you talking about?
Circle? It looks stretched out to me.
No, it doesn't.
Now, imagine if you are really close up and looking at the reflection.
Shine a light on the sphere right now and see. Shine a light on that blue ball you just told me.
Now, what if you are on the surface and very small compared to the ball?
Shine a light on your ball. Show me.
Answer the question.
Show me right now.
Answer the question. What if you are...
I want you to show me.
Mario, I've got a question for you. You need to answer the question. What if you are on that ball and you are so small that the curve is imperceivable? What would a reflection look like to you then?
It would still be a circle, it would be a focal point.
Well, how come when mirrors are made, they are curved, yet we don't see that?
That ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. We talking about
the reflection of why the mirror has a curve, yet there's not a focal point. Why is that?
You can't recreate this on your spheres. You only can believe what you're talking about.
I can recreate it on Earth all the time.
I can debunk you by proving what I say. You only
No, you can't prove anything. Not science.
Yes, I can. I can shine a light on the ball and it can only be a circle. If we can't create...
And if you are up close, what are you going to see?
So what you want to zoom into it, and so I can prove you wrong by zooming into it. You want
zooming into it so that the curve is imperceivable.
Then it's gonna show a
how big are you compared to the Earth?
So you saying that we don't?
I'd ask how big your brain is, but I don't think we measure that small.
So nah, trust me, bro. Stop insulting me. You literally fucking retarded. You don't even know.
I'm not insulting you. If I called you a moron, that's not an insult. It's a description.
Bro, you told me to Google law reflection of light, nigga. Everybody know what a focal point is. You literally retarded.
There's no such thing as the law of reflection. So you made that up.
Like,
I know what a focal point is as well.
You gotta be close to the light, and it's gonna stretch out. That's literally the most retarded shit I ever heard, bro. Like. I don't even know how to argue.
mirrors debunk you. Mirrors debunk you, dumbass. So, Mario, when you were a child, did your parents feed you like lead paint instead of formula?
Bro, literally, what you just said was...
I imagine this is actually how you talk and not your phone just being shit. So, Mario, when you were young, did you get fed lead paint instead of formula?
No, I got fed food, man. Like I don't know what
was there a time where maybe your parents dropped you in the street and a truck ran over your head? Did that happen?
No.
I'm just trying to
understand. Are you saying that because I don't believe your cartoon?
I'm saying because you can't count past 3. You're obviously mentally deficient.
No, I think you saying that because you so retarded you didn't know what a focal point was.
I'm the one that's retarded.
I think that's why you saying you told me to cite a law of fucking reflection. Everybody fucking know what a focal point is. Like you literally the dumbest glowhead I've ever seen. Like telling me
Mario,
that a focal point was
I think we need to test.
I literally have the dumbest glowhead quote of the year.
I think we need to test you, Mario.
A focal point will stretch out if I'm close to it. Okay.
I'm saying it will look flat if you are close up to it. So, Mario, I've got 3 questions for you. Mario, I've got 3 questions for you. 3 simple questions. Mario, take a deep breath.
Everything is flat and motionless.
It's a me, Mario. Take a deep breath, dude. Deep breath, all right? I've got 3 questions for you.
Man, I'm talking. Ain't nobody taking you serious, man. Like Mario, how am I gonna take cartoons serious? Like,
Mario,
calm down.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. I've got 3 questions for you, Mario. All right. I'd like you to try your best to answer these questions for me.
All day? Like,
no, I'm just going to ask you some questions, and I'd like you to try your hardest to answer the questions for me. So, if I've got a triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1, What are the internal angles of this triangle?
What is it?
Oh, I'm asking you, do you know? A triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1. What are the internal angles?
Hold on, let me before I ask. I can easily figure it out. Like I just don't really care. Like I thought we were talking about third, but I'm saying
Yeah, I'm just testing you at the moment. I need to assess your levels.
This question, why are you asking me? Then
because I am assessing your level of intelligence to decide how much I need to dumb things down.
What the fuck is what I didn't come to assess my level of intelligence, bro. Like,
I know, but I think we're at the point where that needs to happen.
You think I'm smart, stupid? I don't care about your personal.
I'm doing a test to determine whether you're smart or stupid. So if I've got a triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1, what are the internal angles?
I don't want to answer your questions. You're not my teacher.
Because you don't know the answer, do you?
No, you don't know the answer.
Oh, I definitely do know the answer. I ask flat earthers this all the time.
No, you don't. No, you don't. So, you're trying to get it from just like you didn't know what a focal point was. You had.
I know exactly what a focal point is. Unfortunately, you don't.
No, you didn't. You didn't know what it was.
A triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1. What would be the internal angles?
You said fight this law of reflection because you didn't know. You seek answers from me.
And like you didn't cite a law of reflection. You made that up.
No, I said we went to focal point. Everybody know what a focal point is.
Right. Okay. So I have a triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1. What are the internal angles?
What's a focal point?
I have a triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1. What are the internal angles? Come on, the audience want you to answer this.
What's the focal point?
Well, I've already answered your questions about focal points. The audience are asking you these questions.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, so if I have a triangle, I'll ask you a question after you answer mine, okay? So, a triangle of sides 1, 1, and 1. What are the internal angles?
What's a focal point?
Yeah, we'll get there after my question.
I don't see the basis of your question. That's why I don't want to even think about the answer. Like
it's an important question. The audience want to know.
I don't care.
The 700 people watching would really like to know your answer to the question. If I've got a triangle with sides 1, 1, and 1, what are the internal angles?
I don't care coming up with the answer. Like for me seeking out the answer, it doesn't matter. Like I can go and find an answer, but I don't care for it.
If you don't know, the words "I don't know" are perfectly acceptable.
Why do I care? Okay. Do you know how many legs a Japanese centipede got?
64.
Do you know how many different types of species of ants exist?
How many different types of species of what?
Of ant exist.
Of ant, there is 712 known species of ant.
How you know how many species of bugs exist?
What type of bug?
All species, every one that we discovered so far.
Which genus are we talking about here? Do we include arachnids?
Every last bug. How many total?
Are we including arachnids in this, or is it just insects you're asking?
It's just insects.
There's 712,000 different species of insects.
So you go to Google for your answers, and you want me to do the same thing? No, I'm asking because I know if you came with that answer, you had to go to Google for it.
All right, so
I'm you telling me you expect me to believe you knew how many insects was by heart in your head?
I literally just made that shit up.
You think I'm stupid?
So let's go with your question. What is a focal point?
It's what we should see on a sphere at all times.
Could you please cite me that is what a focal point is?
Okay, let me go to the definition again. The image produced by a convex mirror is always virtual and located behind the mirror. When the object is far away, like the sun, from the mirror, the image is upright and located at the focal point.
Yeah, and what's the focal point?
The sun. The image of the sun.
The image of the sun is the focal point. No, actually, what is an actual focal point? You're the one that keeps talking about focal points, so please define to me exactly what a focal point is.
A focal point is where everybody's going to see the image that's hitting the sphere. What are you talking about?
It's going to be like 90 degrees. What a focal point is.
The image is coming back at 90 degrees at the focal point. That's what's supposed to happen on the sphere.
The image is coming in at 90 degrees on the focal. Could you please cite me
that? Coming back at the sun at 90 degrees at the focal point. You
don't know what a focal point is, do you?
I got the. I'm citing the. I'm on Google right now, citing the image. So what you talking about? I don't know. I'm literally Googling this shit.
You didn't explain what a focal point is. You said that
No,
focal
I went to
point.
the definition, so I won't get it wrong. I already knew what it was. I went to the definition, so I won't get it wrong.
Tell me once again what a focal point is.
It's where the light of the sun's supposed to be at on the sphere.
No. Not just on Earth. Just in general,
Wow.
what is a focal point?
Talking about the Earth, though. Why is you talking about something other than the Earth?
Because you asked me what a focal point was, and the focal point isn't necessarily to do with
I asked you
Earth.
where's the focal point during sunset.
No, you just asked me what a focal point was. That was your question over and over and over.
Bro, we went to, what was my first argument? It said during sunset, straight line refraction. Where's the focal point? You said I would cite me that. I went to the focal point for the definition.
The arc of the curve.
Still looking for this focal point.
The arc of the curve of the Earth is so slight that you don't see the focal point when you're up close. But what actually is a focal point?
You saying there's no evidence of the Earth being a sphere.
Oh yeah, all the measurements.
What measurements?
I could cite a lot. In fact, I can go to many that I've got stored here. You go to mctoon.net/r for a whole list of measurements. You get the measurements that surveyors do all the time.
I'm asking you, Fighter Federer, your measurement.
I'm not a surveyor. I don't measure the Earth. However, I have confirmed the measurements for the fuel calculations.
Basically, stop saying. Just say I don't know.
No, I do know because I've got measurements.
You're citing other people.
That's fine. I'm allowed to cite other people.
You don't know, homie.
That's fine. I can
prove it.
actually.
I seen math that be bunker curvature, so that's why I'm like I don't even have to believe you. You have to believe that.
Mario,
I'm not worried about
Mario. Shh. I've tested the curve calculations and the measurements.
Get the fuck out of here.
I've tested them.
We can meet up and I can prove you wrong.
My job.
Let's meet up.
Listen. Shh. One of my jobs in the Navy was to calculate fuel consumption for distances.
Nah, fuck that. I want to test it. I want to test you. I think you lying. Let's meet up.
Cool. Come to Scotland then.
No, we can meet up. Shit, if that's how far you is, I'll go there. I'll save up 10 racks.
Come to Scotland.
I feel like
come to Scotland and we'll test it here. I can show you the curve from a hill.
Taking you down to be a big flat earth props. I'll take you down.
Yeah, you come to Scotland and try. So
I'll come. We can build a level. Me and you build a 1 mile level with nothing but rulers.
Build a level with rulers.
Yeah. Why not?
Are you talking about the force the line experiment?
Yeah, that's perfect. You know what I'm talking about.
So you know that recently they tried to
what I'm
get.
Talking about.
So according to
you don't know what's going on, man.
So the flat earthers tried to do this, and after speaking to an engineer, found out it would cost about £500,000. And after a 6-month fund,
how is building a level gonna cost £500,000?
This is what the flat earthers said. So after 6 months, after 6 months of fundraising, they only raised 9,000 of the £500,000 that they needed. So then the person that organised it ran away with the money.
Now, y'all don't act like y'all haven't done that before. Sure.
I've never done that.
Now I'm talking about Branson. Branson told you, I would think he collected money before telling people they were gonna go to space. Still haven't went.
He went
a bunch of people who've been claiming space tourism and collecting money for years.
Hold on. Are you living under a rock? Richard Branson went to space like a week ago.
No, I'm talking about space tourism for citizens, not.
Yeah, and it just started a week ago.
Not Freemasons in an airplane. I'm talking about space. Nah, we've been
talking
about.
There was an 18-year-old kid and an 88-year-old astronaut.
You think Virgin Galactic started today or something? No,
I'm saying that they went to space like a week ago.
They've been talking about going to space for 15 years collecting money. What you talking about?
And they did it a week ago.
Oh, okay. It took 15 years of collecting money to go to space.
Yeah, they've got to design the fucking rocket ship. Are you living under a rock? Do you not know the
rocket you talking about? That was in a fucking airplane.
Yeah, it's a rocket ship. They literally called it a rocket plane.
What was the fuel? What were the fuel is since it was a rocket? What the fuel was?
I'm not sure exactly what the fuel was, but it's a different fuel to the one Bezos used. But you do know.
Okay, now we don't even know what the fuel is being held at. Okay,
hold on, you do know that Richard Branson went to space and then Jeff Bezos went to space all in the last week, right?
It's called TV for sheep. They keeping you sleep, man.
But you're asking where's space tourism, and then they've just done it.
Yes, they done it. Billionaires. You got $1 billion, you can probably go too. Yeah, it only costs $1 billion, bro. Like, you got $1 billion, anybody can go.
But they've done it.
I can go tomorrow, as long as I got $1 billion.
Trust me, you wouldn't be going to Mars, they wouldn't take people like you. They need at least an IQ of 10.
No, it doesn't. They ain't gonna take me because it doesn't exist, bro. It's a light.
Mars definitely exists. There's did you know that Mars is a planet inhabited entirely by autonomous robots?
Word? I ain't know that, dude. It sounds like something that come off TV, sci-fi channel. We got that from the sci-fi channel?
Oh, right. So, you don't know
Hold
about...
up. Mike Toon. I mean, I call you
not-
Mike Toon. Fight the Flerfs.
FTFE.
Do you believe...
Fight.
FTFE? Hey, do you believe the lights in the sky is the correct distance?
Do I believe the lights in the sky are the correct distance?
Planets.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Do I believe they're the correct distance?
Do you believe Saturn is the correct distance in the way that they tell us?
Yes.
So let me ask you this: I think you could catch yourself in a trap right now, Mike. Let me fight the veteran.
I'm sure.
Let me ask you
Coffee
this:
blue's not good.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Please carry on. Oh,
So
you're back on camera. Good.
What we see in the sky is we see Jupiter and Saturn both in the sky, right?
Uh-huh.
You would say they fairly the same size, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The ring,
roughly.
we can
Jupiter's a bit
include the
bigger.
rings. We can include Saturn a little smaller.
I mean, I
would say
tried to make this roughly to scale with the sizes of the planets.
You know what I'm coming at too, don't you? You already know where I'm finna come at. I think you already know these arguments, man. You just an anti-flat earth. You know that these arguments is the big problem.
They're not a problem. What's your argument?
Hold up, I'm about to. Why you cut me off then?
I'm waiting for you to start talking. Come on.
We got Jupiter, which is 390 miles away. Well, I think it's like a 87,000 mile diameter, whatever. Who cares? It don't matter. Then we got Saturn, which is double the distance away. Smaller diameter. But we can see it. That's
double the
stupid.
distance away.
It is double the distance. Saturn is small. Farthest away from Earth is 1 billion miles. So it's the same size as Jupiter, but double the distance. That doesn't make sense. There's another contradiction in your model. You got Saturn smaller and farther, Jupiter bigger and closer, same size in the sky. That's literally fucking retarded.
They're not the same size in the
else
sky.
in your model.
Who said they're the same size in the sky?
Yes, they is. We just seen the conjunction. They was literally the same size in the sky.
No, not when you look at the angular size. They weren't.
So show me a conjunction right now, and then show me. So you said Saturn is smaller than.
Well, you're not going to see the actual correct angular size just like that from Earth to Jupiter.
We still have a contradiction when you finish because Saturn is supposed to be small in Jupiter's sky. So how can we see it in Earth's sky?
Well, because they're not on the same. You know they're not like they're not. You know they're not on the same orbital plane, right?
It doesn't matter. We talking about straight distance, bro. We ain't talking about orbital planes. No, we just
and of
talking
course
about
you're going to be able to
distance.
see both of them if you're looking out into space.
But one's supposed to be not distinguishable than the other because it's so far. Like we're not supposed to see Saturn, bro. Like it's too far away.
You can
like,
see it exactly as predicted. That's the thing.
No, you want to scale it down and see because I seen some contradictions, man. Like
it's not a contradiction.
Yes, it is. I just told you, like Saturn is too big,
you
bro.
telling me doesn't mean that it's a contradiction. You have demonstrated that you know nothing about physics.
No, I'm not telling you. Angular resolution says Saturn's supposed to be smaller. Not me.
Wow. I mean, they really aren't the same size. Let's have a look. I'm just getting up a video of the conjunction.
When I seen the conjunction, they look pretty similar in size, and I'm like, goddamn, ain't Saturn double?
No, right. Okay, here we go. Display one. So here is the conjunction, and as you can see, Saturn looks about maybe a third the size of Jupiter. There.
We're not supposed to see it at all.
Who says that?
Math.
Which bit of math?
I'm gonna break it down right now. We have Jupiter at 390 miles away, 390 million miles away.
There's Jupiter.
At 80. Hold on, I'm breaking it down for you. We have Jupiter at 390 million miles away with a radius around 87,000. We have Saturn. Not radius. My bad. Diameter 87. 87. Whatever. Then we got Saturn with a diameter of 73,000 and 1 billion miles away. So
there we go. So about twice.
Problems here.
No, not twice.
You see how big Saturn is? Look, they the same size in diameter.
It's not the same size at all. It looks about a third the size of Jupiter.
So the rings of Saturn is not the same diameter.
The rings of Saturn aren't the same diameter either, no.
You're supposed to be seeing none of it, bro. It's too far.
Who says we're not supposed to be seeing any of it? Which bit of math says that?
Like the size comparison. That's what I'm telling you. You keep interrupting me.
Yeah, but here is the size comparison, and they most definitely aren't the same size.
Hold up. You gonna do it. 390 million miles shrink Jupiter down to basically what you see in the sky. So what would shrink? How small would it be if it went double that distance? If it can shrink 87,000 miles into a penny?
Well, if you double in the distance, you're going to half the angular size, which looks about right here.
Yes, that's what it is, bro. It's not like Jupiter is right beside Saturn. It's double distance. That's what I'm telling you. That's the problem. It's double distance.
There's no problem there. Looking at this, that looks like
actually
half the size.
Distance, almost. Yes, it is a problem, bro.
And I said it looks about a third the size, did I not? Which makes sense.
No, it's not supposed to be a third of the size. It's supposed to double.
Well, actually, the angular resolution formula disagrees with you.
Do you know what inverse square law means? Like, what are you talking about?
Inverse square law means that it would never disappear.
Saturn is not supposed to even be seen. Because
Incorrect. Inverse square law means it will never reduce to zero.
What you talking about?
Well, inverse square law means it would never reduce to zero, so there would always be light available to be seen.
No, I'm saying the inverse square law says that the light that's coming from these so-called planets is not going to reach Earth because it's not bright enough. That's what I'm saying.
The inverse square law does not say that at all.
Yes, that's why a flashlight loses intensity and distance. That's what the inverse square law definitely says.
Yeah, but the inverse square law will never reduce to zero, meaning there will always be light to be seen.
So, no, yes it will, because the light has to reach you.
Yeah, and inverse square law means it will never be zero. The inverse square law cannot reduce to zero. Dude, the inverse square law cannot reduce to zero. The maths of the inverse square law cannot reduce to zero.
Let me ask you a question. So you saying that I can see a flashlight across the Earth?
No. The atmosphere will get in the way.
The inverse square law, that's because the light is
out. It's not just the light. It's the atmosphere and the fact that the curve of the Earth gets in the way and stuff.
Nah, ain't no curve. We ain't never seen. Ain't nobody seen the curve, man.
I disagree. I showed you 2 photos of it from space earlier.
Yeah, oh my bad. NASA seen the curve, but until somebody else see it, I don't really care.
The civilians that went to space over the past few weeks, they saw it.
No, I seen video from high altitude. I seen straight lines, but I don't know what cameras
my friend that sent a probe to space, Mr. Sensible, saw it as well. So
maybe the fisheye lens help y'all see it.
No, it wasn't the fisheye lens.
It's 100% flat horizon, never gonna change.
It's not actually. Ever. My friend Mr. Sensible literally sent a probe to space and saw a curve with a non-fisheye lens.
Nice GoPro camera.
No, not GoPro. It was not a GoPro. It was not a fisheye lens. It was a rectilinear lens.
It was some camera because we did it also. You think flat earthers ain't never sent shit up, man? You think we stupid?
Yeah, and actually, when the flat earthers sent up, they also see a curve.
We know all the dumb shit y'all know.
No flat earther has ever sent a camera up that is not fisheye.
Bro, we sent high shit up too, man. Like
and you've never seen anything that wasn't fisheye from flat earthers. Now, here is evidence of the curve. From down here, we don't need to go to space. This is a photo taken from just up the road from me, right? And the camera is at 210 meters above sea level. And the top of the Forth Road Bridge there is at 210 meters above sea level. Those mountains in the background, about 45 miles west of Edinburgh, are more than 500 meters above sea level. The law of perspective says that they should never be below that red line, meaning the only thing here that we can see is that this photo is impossible if the Earth is flat.
Can you cite the law of perspective that said nothing supposed to go up under that line?
Alpha equals 2 times the arctan of G over 2r.
That's not a site. That's an equation.
That is the law of perspective.
Because every time I see perspective, stuff goes down. Like the sun.
Parallel lines do not intersect.
Yes, they do.
No, parallel lines do not intersect. That's why they're parallel.
Yes, they do. That's you see. That's how I know you don't know science.
Wait, you're saying that parallel lines intersect? Do you know what a parallel line is?
No, No, now I'm saying is the horizon is gonna block the parallel lane that's gonna, that the sun is gonna go down. So
Like
you have stuff still in your way, bro. You're not gonna be
parallel
able to see the
lines.
bottom of a ship. You're not
Parallel
gonna be able to
lines.
see the bottom of something that's far away from you. You don't have the angle. On a flat Earth, you think hold up, do you think the bottom of stuff don't disappear on a plane?
Absolutely, it doesn't. There's no reason at all why so much should disappear bottom up if the Earth is flat.
Again, because I do have the video to cite that the bottom of stuff disappears on flat tables.
From Mitch from Australia, I've already debunked that.
I can put a camera on a table and I move it far back.
No, you can't.
The bottom will disappear.
Right, here we go. So
I got another one debunked.
Dude,
so far, I
stop.
got 3 experiments.
Let me respond. That video you're talking about of the coin on the table, I debunked that in a video with Professor Stick about 18 months ago.
We can do it again. I can prove you wrong again. I said that's not the only video.
No, you can't, because it doesn't show what you say.
I can prove this right now.
It doesn't show what you say. Things do not disappear bottom up on a flat plane.
I got another video I'm going to cite you on when I debunk you. I'm going to cite you on and show
Please show me the video.
I'm going to do it myself because I know it happens.
It doesn't, though.
Yeah,
there's nothing about perspective that says things disappear bottom up.
On a flat plane.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. There's no reason why it should. Magic isn't real.
It's called
Magic
diffraction,
is not
bro.
real.
You didn't know about it? It's called diffraction.
That's not refraction. What's refraction?
I said diffraction.
What's diffraction?
You don't know about it.
So no, I know what diffraction is. What is diffraction?
I brought it up, so you don't know about it. I'm sorry. This on
no,
bro.
I know what diffraction is. You brought it up, so now tell me what diffraction is. What is diffraction?
It's when the bottom disappears on a
no, that's not what diffraction is.
Yes, it is.
No,
that's what it is.
What is diffraction? Please cite me the actual definition of diffraction.
It's the angle you're going to see stuff at.
No, that's not diffraction.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
This is diffraction.
You don't know what diffraction is, do you?
That's diffraction. I just told you.
No, that's not what diffraction is. Try again.
Yeah, you
what
might
is
have
diffraction?
You might have a new fictional definition.
Oh, no, I've got the definition. What is diffraction?
Okay, bring it up. Let's see if it proves a globe.
You're the one that said diffraction. So you need to tell me what diffraction is.
Disappear. I said the bottom of things disappear on a flat plane. You said they don't. So now I got a claim from the globe.
You said it's because of diffraction.
We have a claim from the globe finally that we can debunk. The globe has say the bottom of stuff don't disappear on flat planes. So now we can debunk this. Y'all heard this flat Earth?
Yeah, but you said it's because of diffraction. You said it's because of diffraction. So what is diffraction?
Bro, you can use whatever definition you want to. We have a claim from you now. We finally have something to debunk from you.
Oh, yeah, I've claimed that lots and it's never been debunked.
On flat plane.
They don't.
You will not get past this. We will get you on this. Fight the flat Earth.
No, you won't because it's been debunked. It's never done.
I'm going to personally get you on this and I'm going to tag you in all the flat Earth groups.
Dipshit, just listen. You claimed it was diffraction. So what is diffraction? Hey, fuck Nugget, will you shut up?
Dookie coming out your mouth.
Fuck Nugget, will you shut up?
Out your mouth, man. Your breath
Please
like shit.
Right, dumbass, just be quiet and listen. You claimed diffraction. So tell me what diffraction is.
I just told you.
No, you said it's things disappearing bottom up. That's not diffraction.
No, that's what diffraction does. I didn't say that's what diffraction
Right, so what is diffraction?
I just said the angles you see stuff as it moves away.
No, that's not diffraction.
Well, I'm talking about that then. What words you want to put on it?
Well, you said diffraction, so are you admitting you don't know what the fuck you're on about?
Who cares if you mixing up words? I don't give a fuck about your stupid wordplay. Like, I'm telling you,
not wordplay. You said
bottom
diffraction.
Up on a flat plane, and I just caught you
diffraction
citing
doesn't cause that. Diffraction doesn't cause that.
Man, I caught you in a trap, man.
No, you haven't. You've trapped yourself, dumb nuts.
And I'm going to debunk you in probably like the next 2 or 3 weeks.
So
you better delete this video. I got you. The next 2 or 3 weeks, I will make the bottom of something disappear on a flat table.
What causes things? Mario, will you shut the fuck up? What causes things to disappear bottom up on the flat plane? What physical mechanism?
Who knows?
Well, it's your claim.
That's not a claim. That's what we see.
No, we don't.
We can zoom in the boat and bring it back in. I can disappear from the naked eye.
No, we can't.
So you said we can't zoom in on a boat that's disappeared with the naked eye with a camera?
Not from the bottom up, no. Only if the entire thing's disappeared.
Man, we can zoom the entire thing back in. The boat
but not, it will not disappear bottom up. It will not disappear bottom up.
It's not disappear at all. The only reason it disappeared because it's angle resolution. We just bring it back with the camera.
And here's the thing. If something disappears...
You got globe claims
Mario,
that claim you can see a
Mario, stop. Let me respond. Oh my God, let me respond.
Shut
the fuck up.
Let
me respond.
I spend the talk when I want to.
Dipshit, will you shut up and let me respond? If something disappears bottom up, you cannot bring it back.
No, I didn't say you can bring it back. Didn't we just say whatever you want to call it? It's not diffraction. You can't bring the angle. You can't see the bottom of something that's super far away. You used to retard it.
Why are these boats disappearing bottom up?
Bro, you just claimed that you can't see the bottom of something. You can't see the whole ball unless you far enough away. How the fuck can you see the bottom of something that's far away if you can't even see the whole Earth?
You must have hearing problems as well as a mental disorder.
You see the bottom of something that's far away.
I didn't say that.
So you back to
I'm saying you cannot see the bottoms of things that are far away. Like these ships, look at the ships on the screen, dumbass. Hey, dipshit, look at the things
on the plane. No, I'm telling you.
Look at the things on the screen, dumbass. Why are those boats disappearing bottom up?
Because they are being refracted in the air.
And what's refraction?
It's when light bends in the water. It's in the air.
Refraction bends downwards, not upwards. So the boats would rise up.
Bending, what the image doing is bending down.
Refraction works the opposite way to what you are saying.
So show us working opposite. Show us a boat lifting in the air. Show us these boats floating in the air over this curvature.
Oh, Fata Morgana, that happens all the time.
That's actually a flat Earth proof because it's showing that the boat is on the real horizon. Actually,
so the real horizon is in the air. Fantastic. Where's the bottom of these boats? Where is the bottom of these boats? Once you tell me where the bottom of these boats are.
Morgana proves flat Earth because
it proves refraction.
You see a mirror of the top of the boat on the bottom. That's showing a boat on the real horizon.
Again, that's the predictions of refraction on the globe.
Actually, like I said, light bends stuff down. You don't see nothing, no boats floating in the air. There's not a boat floating in the air.
And because light bends down, it means you can see over the horizon. If light bends down, it means you can see over the horizon. So where is the bottom?
Hold up.
No, Mario, you hold up. Where's the bottom of the boats?
No, I'm telling you, it's called the light bending it down. We already explained.
Yeah, then we would see over the horizon if light bent down. So where's the bottom of those boats?
What do you mean over the horizon?
If the light's bending down, then you see where the light is going.
Bro, we not looking at a physical horizon. That's what Phantom Morgana mean. It's the horizon.
So where is the bottom of these boats?
We just told you that the light is bending down.
Which means that you would see over the horizon, not have things blocked by the horizon.
Bro, we already did this. We came back on different days. We seen refraction bending the light down. Then you come back on a different day on a cool day. Now you can see the bottom of it again. You come back on a hot day, bend down. Come back on a cool day. Come back again. Yep. Come back on a hot day.
Refraction.
Bend down. That's called
refraction. What we see about refraction is predictions from a globe. There is no flat Earth explanation for refractions.
First of all,
for refraction to happen to bend down, there needs to be a curve.
First of all, you haven't proved that water is curving, that the ocean is curving anyway. We still flat level ocean.
I could show you water curving right now. It's quite easy.
What, on the surface?
Yeah.
Show it to me.
Here we go. So this is a professional surveyor called Jesse Kozlowski, and here's some measurements of the curve of the Earth. One particular interesting one that he does is over the surface of a lake, which, let me get down to it.
See, you got to Google yours. I'm going to show you my sites. I ain't even got. I can
well, no, this is from an actual surveyor. Here we go. So
yeah, okay. Cool.
Let me zoom that in a bit so you can see it better. So yeah, this is from Jesse Kozlowski, a professional surveyor, and he did measurements over the surface of a lake and found there to be curve. which
How
is
much?
interesting. The amount that matches the predictions of the globe Earth, actually.
So, okay, this is a cool site. So what do we do about Rob Ski was sailing across Lake Michigan and seeing the Chicago skyline the whole time not floating in the air?
Refraction happens, and we know that.
No,
That-
you just said refraction lifts stuff up in the air. He didn't
Yeah.
see no cities sitting in the sky.
No one said it would be in the sky.
You just said refraction lifts stuff over curvature, man. What's your make up your
Yeah,
mind?
which means
How
it
do
will
we
look
see
like it's
stuff
on the
over curve?
horizon. It will look like
How
it's
do
on
we
the
see,
horizon.
hold up, let's break this down because you double speaking. How do we see stuff over your horizon? Is light beaming stuff up or down?
Easy. Right.
So you saying light is bending stuff over the horizon, right?
Right, let me show you a video that can explain this, actually.
Nah, bro, just tell me, why do you always have to cite other people? Is you stupid? You have to always take advice
Because
from other
I've
people?
got
Like, tell
evidence
me
of the
what-
things that I say, you
No,
absolute moron.
No, none of what you said been evidence. You did nothing but cite
You
articles.
say it's not
You
evidence,
haven't
but that's
shown me
because
one
you have the
experiment.
brain power of a slug.
Bro, you do nothing but cite other people. You are a robot. You go to Google for all
Yeah,
your
so
answers.
where in science does it say
What
that
are
I
you
have to
talking
do
about?
everything myself?
It's called a scientific method.
Yeah, and nothing in the
doesn't
scientific
contain trust.
methods, nothing in the scientific
Where-
method
where
says
does-
I
where
have to
does
do.
trust in-
Shut up! Shut up!
What-
Shut up! Shut up! Nothing in the
Where's
scientific
trust?
method. Shut up! Nothing in the scientific method says I have to do everything myself. Okay?
You haven't done nothing. You have did nothing.
And nothing in the scientific method says I have to do it myself.
Because you're not a scientist or doing science.
And scientists don't have to do everything themselves. There's nothing in the scientific method that
That's
says that
because
is a
you're
thing.
religious.
No, I don't have to
Yes,
do
you
science
are.
the way that you say.
You're religious, bro.
No, I've got evidence. Religion doesn't have
No,
evidence.
you don't. Not
Right.
at all.
So, in this video, you show refraction bringing things over the curve. As you can see, let's go back to that just so you can see what that is, right? This is a can, and it's got plasticine on, you see? Yellow at the bottom, red in the middle, blue at the top, right? You see that? Yeah? Yellow at the bottom, right? Yes?
Man, what is you getting at? Yeah, bro, why wouldn't I
Right,
see it? It's
okay.
right in front of the fucking camera, man.
Right, cool. Right, so then you saw that curved surface, right? See that this tank, this curved surface,
Right.
right? So what they
Cool.
do is they put that can the other side of the curved surface beyond the horizon, right? And you can see just the top of it there, right? You can just see the blue, right? You can just see the blue, which was the top of the can. Now,
Okay.
what they do is they take some cold gas, I think it's propane, which has an ambient temperature of about 0 degrees Celsius, and it causes extra refraction.
Show
And
it to us.
I'm showing it now. Keep watching. Here we go. They're pouring on the cold gas to increase the refraction. And what you see is the yellow and the red that you could see underneath it are raised up. Oh, there we go. There's the red that was hidden behind the horizon. And it's brought above the horizon by refraction.
So what you're saying is the object is raising, not the earth.
Yeah, and anything that is behind
Look,
that will be raised.
See, you just fucked up. You know how you fucked up?
I didn't fuck up.
Well,
And
yes,
it's
you
showing
did.
that
I'm finna
whatever is
show you.
behind that
Hold up.
curve.
I'm finna
No,
show
wait, let me
you
finish.
where
Let
you
me finish.
fucked
Let
up
me
at.
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Oh, I
Whatever.
just watched your whole-
Whatever.
How you gonna finish?
Shut up. Whatever is behind
shut
that
up,
curve.
man.
Shut up.
You
Whatever is behind
fuck
that curve.
you.
Shut up. Whatever is behind this curve is being refracted upwards, meaning you can see over the horizon.
So
Okay,
did the blue
now
rise up
you
or did
can
the red
respond.
just rise up? Hold up. Did the blue rise or just the red?
Everything did that was behind the horizon.
No, it didn't. Everything did not rise up. The blue stayed still.
Yeah, because that is outside of the cold refractive part, so it will have less of a
Exactly.
refract.
We don't see that. That's
let me
something-
finish.
that's
Let me
something
finish.
else we don't see in nature.
Let me
So you-
finish.
Hold
Let
up. Can I
let
talk,
me
man? You
finish,
just
you
finished.
dipshit. Let me
Fuck
fucking
you,
finish.
You're fucking.
Let
cut
me
that hair
fucking
off, man.
finish. Stop interrupting me. Let me
fucking,
finish when I'm trying to respond to you.
Rick and Morty and shit. No,
What
come
you-
on, I just heard some dumbass argument.
Let me respond to you. What you see is a difference in refraction from the point here, right? This here will have more refraction than this here because this is colder and denser. That is called a lapse rate, which means you will see more refractive conditions here than you see here. That is physics, and how it happens. Happy? You still there, dumbass?
What you say, bro? I'm about to leave, so I gotta take a shower, man. Hey, let's finish this up, man.
Here,
what
man.
were we talking about?
I just...
Oh, yeah. What were you talking about?
I just showed you and explained to you about what a lapse rate is. Let me do it again. All right? Watch and listen. All right?
I seen it, bro. You ain't got to show it again.
Well, you asked what I was saying, so I'm just going to say it again. When you get the refraction here, you're going to get more refraction closer to the surface than you are further away. That's called a lapse rate. So you're going to get more refractive conditions here than you are here, which means this is going to move less than all of this. Does that make sense?
So, yeah, I hear you, but we still have more problems besides that. That does make sense, a little sense. But
yes,
here's your other problem. We have videos and pictures of the horizon behind the objects. So now you only have to you have to lift up the ground, which is not what we see in your picture. You ain't lifting up the ground.
Well, you can't see the ground. It's too far away in that compared to anything else.
We got videos of the horizon being. You ain't seen the black swan yet from
yeah, I've seen the black swan and I've debunked it. Yeah, the horizon is also refracted.
The horizon is behind the objects in those pictures.
Yeah,
not in
and
front
that's
of
because the horizon's refracted as well. Everything gets refracted, including the horizon.
You just showed me a bunk ass experiment because it's not lifting up the horizon.
Actually, it does. Do you want to see it again?
No, your experiment bunk. You ain't lift the horizon.
Do you want to see it lifting up the horizon? Because it does that.
Can you lift the horizon up there? Can you lift the horizon up there? Up there, whatever.
Well, the horizon is too far down the curve for this, right?
See, you know what I'm saying? See, now you got a different problem. You haven't proved that you can lift the horizon up. You can.
Wait. So are you saying the horizon would have different refractive conditions to everything else? What would cause that?
Yeah. Yes.
Why?
No.
Why is the light? Let me ask the question. Why is the light coming from the horizon different to the light coming from anything else?
Because the water and the moisture in the air, bro. That's what I'm telling you. That's why when you see stuff hiding behind
the light coming from the horizon still has to travel through the same stuff. The light coming from the horizon.
Water didn't, air
the light coming from
water in it,
listen.
What is you talking about?
Listen. The light coming from the horizon has to travel through all the same things as all the other light.
It's denser air at the surface, man. What are you talking about?
It's not different. The light coming from the horizon is the same as the light. The light coming from the horizon is the same as the light coming from everything else.
But it has to travel through dense air.
Yes, but it has to travel through the same dense air that everything else does.
No, it's not. The air is denser at the surface of the Earth. Oh my.
Yes, I know. So the horizon light has to travel through all the light that everything else is traveling through. It's all traveling through the medium.
What are you talking about? You just said, you just tried to refute that.
No, I didn't.
You said,
oh my God, seriously.
What makes the light change at the surface? I said it's because of the dense air.
Yeah, but there is no difference in the light that comes from the horizon to the light that comes from anything else. The actual horizon is, listen. The horizon isn't the thing traveling, the light is.
But
fuck me, are you dumb?
Where's the air density at? Where's the densest air at?
Closest to the ground.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying, bro.
So everything is refracted, and if the horizon is further away, it's going to be refracted even more.
So again, you're saying the horizon is refracted. So now we can't.
Yes, of course it is.
Measurement.
Light gets refracted.
Exactly. We already know this. That's how we know when people say they saw a boat disappearing on a curvature was full of shit. You can see.
No, because refraction doesn't work that way. That would be backwards to how refraction works.
No,
as
that's your fucking stupid globe claims that.
No, I showed it with the can. I've demonstrated my claim to be true.
That's not what flat earthers claim. You think flat earthers didn't say fucking things didn't for refract? You
said refraction makes things go down. I just showed it makes things come up.
No, refraction does. What is you talking about, bro?
I just showed you
light through water.
I just showed you refraction makes it go up and not down.
That's not refraction you're talking about.
Are you saying that what I just showed you wasn't refraction?
No, refraction bend things down, not up.
Incorrect. It bends the light down and makes the
water doesn't bend light. Hold up. Does water bend light? Or yes or no?
Water does bend light. Yes, it's a different medium.
Which direction does light bend in water?
Well, it will bend down through the denser medium.
Oh, okay. Now let's go to the different subjects. It's over. It's over. It's done.
Yeah, you lost. Yeah, I know.
Different subjects. I know. Water bends light down. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's all I want.
Meaning that you can see something brought up because the light has been bent down. It's not hard.
That's all I want to hear you say, man. Light bends stuff down. Thank you. I appreciate
it. Yeah,
that.
light bends down, meaning the image is. Listen, let me finish my sentence. Let me finish my sentence. Water bends the light down, meaning that the image of the thing you are seeing is brought upwards.
No, what the fuck?
Yes.
You're double speaking.
I'm not double speaking. That's what happens. The light bends down. You can see the light.
Down, mean the image you're seeing is bent down.
No, it's the other way. The image you see is bent up.
How is it bent up if water bending light down?
Look, you put a pencil into water, right? It doesn't do that.
It's gonna bend.
Listen, right? You put a pencil into water, right? It doesn't do that. It looks like that because the light is bent down, bringing the edge of the pencil up.
Not. First of all, you put a light. If you put light through water,
you're so fucking stupid. How'd you tie your shoelaces?
You're fucking retarded. If we shoot light through water, it bends down.
Bringing the image up.
Fucking dumbass. Still ain't proving no curve, nigga. If there's refraction happening, that means the reason
I've showed you curve a bunch of times.
It's because the light getting bent, not because it's high behind a curve. You fucking retard.
Except I've showed you the curve plenty of times.
All the stuff you have to prove a globe, the assumption that stuff is being bent down by the horizon.
Measurements
don't lie. Model, you can't even
measurements don't lie, you dipshit. Look, here we go. Look at this.
Down.
Look at this, okay? The pencil is being
bending down.
Listen.
That's below the pencil. You stupid motherfucker.
Listen, you fucking moron. Oi, shut up and listen. The angle of the... Look, shut up. Don't talk while I'm talking. Look at the pencil, all right? The angle is...
What do we see?
I said don't talk. Yet you fucking opened your mouth. Try shutting up. Try shutting up while I'm talking.
Now I'm still talk.
Now shut up when I'm going to mute you. Now you're muted, right? So now no one can hear you, and I'm going to explain. Look at the pencil. The bottom is being bent up towards the surface because you can see the angle here has been reduced compared to what it was. The pencil is being bent up. Otherwise, it would be down here if it was straight. But no, it's here because it's bent up, you dumb motherfucker.
The reflection of the pencil is below the actual pencil.
But look at it being reflected up because this angle has been reduced.
What are you talking about, bro? You're literally fucking retarded and nothing is being bent up in this picture.
Then why is this further up than it would be if the pencil was straight?
The reflection is below the actual picture. I mean, it's being bent down. If it was being bent up, it'll be above the pencil.
Oh my God, you're so fucking dumb. Right, I'm going to have to put this into paint.
Now, shoot a laser through the water, you dumb motherfucker. Which way would it bend? Up or down? That's not even a fucking light.
It bends down, meaning you would...
talking about light. Why did you put a pencil in the water? We're not even talking about pencils.
You were the one that brought up a pencil in the water, you fucking moron.
No, I said light travels through water and it goes down, not a pencil.
But you realize that there's light coming from that pencil, right?
And what do you see happening?
Right. Look, right, let me do it like this because you're so fucking stupid. Okay. So if I do a straight line,
what the fuck do you see light being bent up? You're a fucking retard. I don't even want to debate you no more. You're dumb. You're talking to a fucking robot.
Look.
This motherfucker said a light being bent up in this picture.
Motherfucker, will you shut up? Motherfucker, will you shut up and listen?
You fucking retard. This is below the pencil. Nigga, I'm not finna argue with no dumbass, man. You're a dummy.
Will you shut up and listen? Look. I know you're going to run away. That's fine. Right. Be quiet and listen. Let me explain. Look at the black line. The black line is following the middle of the pencil. But
is it below the pencil or above it?
Will you let me finish? Okay, stop talking and let me finish my point before you open your dumbass mouth. The black line is going from the middle of the pencil down. And if we follow the black line all the way down to the bottom, this is where the pencil would be if it wasn't refracted. However, this bit of the pencil is above it.
It's below.
But how is that below that?
It's below the middle line or above it.
It's above it.
No, it's not. It's on below.
Look at the bottom. Look at the rubber. Where's the rubber? Is it above or below this black
No,
line?
the middle line is in the middle. You said correct, right? We see it on the opposite
Where
down right
is
side being
is
tilted. That's below
oh my-
the actual pencil line. Above
Look-
the pencil line will be near the surface
Here,
of the water.
listen, right, answer the question. Is the rubber here above or below this here?
What rubber?
The rubber on the pencil, the eraser.
It's tilted completely, bro. What is you talking? It's not even in line with the pencil at all. It's tilted.
Oh, where did it go?
Why don't you just go to the laser experiment shining through the aquarium, man?
Lasers light just like everything else.
Go to the laser shining through the water.
Here we go.
See that. That's bullshit rubbish.
Right. So
we can talk about this shit all day.
Will you shh? Listen. No wonder you failed school. The eraser on the end.
No wonder you passed school. They got a perfect robot.
The eraser.
I bet you got all A's, huh?
You're worse
I know
than
the
my
answer, sister.
You're worse than my 8-year-old child. Now be quiet and
Man,
let me
it's
ask.
no more arguing. We ain't
Will
arguing
you
no
be
more.
quiet and let me ask you the
I'm
question?
debating the religious jelly. It's no debate going
Shut up.
on here, man.
Shut up. Let me ask you the
There's
question.
no debate no more.
Will you shut up and let me ask you the question?
We've been talking all
Shut up!
hours, man. End this shit.
Seriously, shut the fuck up. Just shush. The eraser. Is it above or below where the pencil would be without refraction?
What you mean?
Is this been refracted upwards or downwards?
This depending on where the glass is, bro. What you talking about? The glass got it caught. That's why I told
The
you
bottom,
to use the light.
right, it's a simple question.
Don't you see
the
the glass
bottom-
curving up, man? Don't you see the bottom of your glass curving up? Yes or no? Concave? It's the bottom of that shot glass, not concave? Yes or no?
That isn't the point. Look, right?
The glass is cocking. The glass is cocking a pencil, dummy. Man.
Yeah, but look. If the pencil had no water and it wasn't refracted, it would look like it was here. Agreed? Yes?
No, because we still got to put it in the right glass. Your glass is cocked. So that's what I'm saying. Just use a
So
thermodynamics and a
are
laser,
you saying
man.
that
It's
pencil is
stupid.
actually bent because of the cock of the glass?
No, I'm saying the pencil is not where it's supposed to be because of the glass is going to affect it and the water going to affect it.
And has it been refracted upwards or downwards?
It's the upper half of it is down below the pencil.
Has the eraser been refracted upwards or downwards?
Downward.
No, it hasn't. Look at it, you fucking moron.
You stupid motherfucker. Don't you see the top of the pencil is going down?
All right, let's do this.
Look at the top of the pencil. It's the top of the pencil below the line or above it.
Let's do this. All right?
You see how now you changing it? You fucking retard. Now you changing the subject. The top of the pencil is below the line. So your object is bumped.
Let's look at this here. All right? Is this angle acute or obtuse?
What angle you talking about? I don't see an angle.
This angle here, between this line and this line, is that acute or obtuse?
But that's way too small to see, man. What are you talking about?
All right, let me... oops. I want to just rub it out.
These are, by the way, all these are flat earth arguments. You are explaining why the sun goes down. For all the people who watching,
no, because it would do the opposite.
This is why the sun goes down.
It would
in
do
the
the
flat
opposite.
Earth hold up, let me talk to your audience while you find the image. The sun goes down in a flat earth model because of perspective and water in the air. Perspective and water in the air makes the sun go down in the flat earth. You're welcome.
Perspective disagrees. So this angle here, is it acute or obtuse?
Pick one. Acute.
I'm asking you. You're looking at it. Which one is it?
I don't care, man. Like, I don't care what it is. That's why I say
because
I'll pick
it
one.
answers the question as to whether it's been refracted up or down.
No, it doesn't. We can see what it's doing.
Yeah,
we can
and the
see.
angle will tell
that
you
it's being refracted down.
The angle will tell you which way it's being refracted.
No, that looking at the picture tells me.
So you cannot see that. Right, maybe Okay, I'll do this because you are so
I
dumb.
see half of your picture below the black line. That's what I'm looking at.
All right, let's draw another line. Okay, so we do this in the middle.
Now let's do another picture. Do
There we
something
go.
with like
No, we're sticking with this.
Right?
We're sticking with
No,
this.
like I said, you're not gonna get nowhere. Like your pencil is below the actual pencil. Like you're not gonna get around this. No matter how many squiggly lines you put on there.
Shh. Good boy. Right. So, which of these lines is more horizontal? The one on the refracted part or the one on the non-refracted part?
Who gives a fuck?
Because it answers your question as to whether it's been refracted up or down.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't answer the question.
It really does, you dumb motherfucker.
It doesn't answer the question, you religious zealot cornball.
How'd you go outside like without a crash?
Helio. That's why you believe a fucking Greek god is in the middle of the solar system. You're just
I
a
don't
religious
believe.
zealot.
Nice straw man there.
Yes, you do. Why your model name Helio? That's a Greek god, right? Helios.
That doesn't mean we believe there's a god.
All your fake planets named after Greek gods, man. You religious, bro. Jupiter is a god.
It's
Mars,
just a name.
That's a god.
It's just a name.
Benny? Yeah, okay. It's just a name you believe in.
It's just
Jesus
a name.
is just a name too. Jesus is just a name too.
Yeah, it was. And your point is, nice straw man's all you've got. Straw man is all you've got.
Christian.
I'm definitely not a Christian.
We from crew, man. Like we already went through the focal point. We got the focal point.
Yeah, you don't know what a focal point is. We never got over that. What is the focal point?
We've been through that your Earth doesn't show the focal point during sunset.
Yeah, except you didn't know what a focal point was, so that was fun.
We caught you citing to say the bottom don't disappear on flat planes.
And it doesn't. I've debunked that in my video with Professor
We're gonna get you, man. Don't worry. We're gonna prove you wrong. We're gonna get you, man. Don't worry. You also cited that if you float a drone on a merry-go-round, that it will move with the air. So we cited you on that too.
Yeah, if you get a perfect vacuum and the friction is going, a perfect
Don't
seal
worry,
and the
man.
friction's
We got you, Fight the Flat Earth, man. We got you personally, bro. I'm gonna personally make sure I get you. Don't worry.
Oh, you never will, because I doubt you could build anything for a start.
Oh, cool. So look at Fight the Flat Earth. He's so smart. He can...
Definitely smarter than you.
Nah, hell no.
Which is your favorite flavor crayon? Is it the purple one?
Not even close, man. That's why you need glasses and shit like that. Like you know nothing compared to me. Man. You can't even
what has me needing glasses got to do with anything? Maybe if you had glasses, you could have read when you were at school.
Hey, I can tell you right now that me being able to see without glasses, I'm smarter than you.
That is not how intelligence works. Fuck me.
It's a form of intelligence, yes.
No, it's not. Guys,
yes,
did you hear that? Guys, did you hear that? He's more intelligent than me because he doesn't wear glasses.
By you looking through them glasses gonna make you need them more. That's how they trick your dumb ass to keep wearing them.
If I don't wear the glasses, I can't see. That's why I got glasses.
That's why you can't see, because you wear glasses, you stupid motherfucker.
Then why did I need them in the first place?
You don't need them. I don't need them.
I did, because I couldn't see without them.
I can't see without them, but
I'm pretty sure you need glasses, because if you had glasses, maybe you could have read the board in your science classes.
Now, put it like this, Fight the Flat Earth. You brush your teeth with fluoride. You wear your stupid fucking glasses.
Yeah, because I don't like my teeth to fall out, and I like to be able to see. This is the dumbest argument ever.
You're a robot, man. Like, you do everything the government tell you.
I just need to mute you a second. His argument is he's more intelligent than me because he doesn't wear glasses and I do. Fucking brilliant.
No, that's just one. That's one of the things, Fight the Flat Earth. I knew what a focal point was.
You didn't. I've still asked you to cite what a focal point is. Cite me what a focal point is.
I'm not stupid enough to fucking think gases go down in a vacuum.
Then why is that? Why did I show you that video?
I'm not stupid enough to think that airplanes drift.
Why did I show you the video of the gas container having a higher pressure at the bottom than at the top? Answer that.
Oh. But you got caught citing that airplanes move negative 500 miles per hour. That's why I said I knew I wasn't going to get anywhere through this conversation when I first heard you say that.
Nice
this
straw
motherfucker said airplanes move negative 500. Like,
nice straw man, because I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, just because you're too thick to understand what I actually said.
So the airplane is moving negative 500. He was like, yeah, technically they are moving negative 500.
No,
I'm like, what?
1,000 minus 500 is 500. I know maths is hard for you.
Bro,
and
what's moving at 500?
What's moving at 500? Well, the plane relative to the surface of the Earth. The plane is not. Do you want me to answer your question? Do you want me to answer your question? Do you want me to answer your question, or are you going to keep flapping your lips?
You just got it wrong. You said the plane. I said no. The plane is not moving.
I didn't even start. You started flapping your lips.
What's moving at 500? Now, did you subtract?
You started flapping your lips before I could respond. Now, shut your fucking mouth and let me answer your question.
What's moving at 500?
The plane,
religious zealot retard.
The plane is moving at 500 miles an hour relative to the surface of Earth.
Wrong, you fucking retard. The plane is moving negative 500.
No, it's not. It's moving 500 miles an hour relative to the surface of Earth.
You retard. The plane is moving with the Earth to the east. It flies away at 500, but the Earth is still traveling 1,000. So there's 1,000 minus 500. 500 miles per hour left that the Earth is still moving in the opposite direction that the plane is moving in.
No, the plane, the Earth still moves at 1,000. The Earth still moves at 1,000. Fuck me. So
I see why you invited me on your show, man. You're retarded. You need to learn.
I invited you on so everyone could laugh at how thick you are, and it's been amazingly.
They definitely not gonna be laughing.
They are laughing. Everyone's laughing at you. The 700 people watching are laughing at you.
One time. You didn't laugh one time. You know.
So
you dedicate your life to this.
So
this is serious, you're gonna get destroyed. That's why you dedicate your life to this.
Be quiet, child. Shush. Calm your tits. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep.
You want to have kids with the flat Earth.
Take a deep breath and calm down. Please calm down.
I'm calm. I'm
chill. Now stop talking.
What's going on. Shh. The flat Earth is invincible.
Shh. Shh.
The Earth is 100% flat.
Shh. Relative to the surface of the surface of the Earth. Relative to the surface of the Earth, the plane is moving 500 miles an hour to the east. Do you agree with that? Yes or no?
No, it's not.
So you don't agree that relative to the surface of the Earth, the plane going 500 miles an hour east. Let me finish. You need to stop talking and let me finish. Relative.
The plane is moving negative 500.
Stop talking and let me finish. Relative. I just
answered your question.
No, you haven't. You haven't let me answer the question yet.
No.
Relative to the surface of the Earth, what direction and how fast is the plane going?
The plane is still moving to the inner direction of the spin. Because it has.
That's not what I asked. I asked relative to the surface of the Earth, what direction and speed?
In the east.
No, relative to the surface of the Earth.
It's moving with the speed of the Earth.
You don't know what the word relative means, do you?
Bro, I just told you.
You don't know what the word relative means, do you?
Oh my goodness. No, you don't know.
Right. Relative to the surface of the Earth.
You don't know what it is, bro. You don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Let me ask this question. Relative to the surface of the Earth, a plane going east at 500 miles an hour at the equator, what direction and speed would it be going relative to the Earth?
You said east?
West, sorry. West.
Oh, hey, now west. Okay, so if we're going west and it's traveling 500, that means it's negative 500 because it hasn't got over the speed of
I
Earth.
said relative to the surface of the Earth.
Negative 500. You fucking retard. Your mouth has the Earth still moving at 500 speed in a different direction in the plane.
I said relative to the surface.
You only made up for 500. You still have another 500 to make up with. You fucking retard.
Relative to the surface of the Earth.
You dumb retard. The plane only made up for 500. It still have another 500 that the atmosphere is moving against it. Putting it backwards. This man literally fucking retarded, man. Like,
right. Try and listen very carefully.
Oh man, you so stupid, man. Right. You still have 500 miles
give me 20 seconds. Give me 20 seconds of you not talking. Mario, give me 20 seconds of you not talking. Listen very closely to the
Where
question.
is the 500 miles per hour pulling the plane backwards?
Stop talking and
like
listen
it
to the
doesn't
question
exist now.
very carefully.
I know your audience picked up on this too. You fucked.
Please be quiet for 20 seconds and listen very carefully to the question.
Yeah.
At the equator, do you need that? Please, shush. At the equator, a plane traveling to the west at 500 miles an hour, relative to the surface of the Earth.
So
what speed?
So what
I haven't finished talking. What speed will the plane be going to the west, relative to the surface of the Earth?
How fast is the Earth moving?
I said relative to the surface of the Earth, so how fast the Earth is moving is irrelevant.
Tell us how fast the Earth moving. Why are you not telling us how fast the Earth moving?
Because I said relative to the surface of the Earth.
But the Earth matters. It matters what way it's rotating. That's gonna matter. We're not gonna be, if the Earth was rotating, we not would be able to move in any direction at any speed we want
and
to. It would matter
relative. Okay, so the Earth is rotating. The Earth is moving.
Hold up. If you put an X on a mirror.
Right, I've muted you because you're not listening. Right, no one can hear you. Stop talking and listen to me. Relative means relative to the surface. No one can hear you. Stop talking. You're muted, right? Relative means relative to the surface. So if the surface is rotating, that is taken into account. So relative to the surface of the Earth, a plane traveling to the west at 500 miles an hour, what speed will it be going and what direction relative to the Earth?
Can I answer you?
Yes, now you can. Relative, okay. Remember, relative.
Okay, let's answer you. Now, let's break your whole argument down. You said
as long as you answer relative.
Okay, we're going to break, bro. Let me break it down. Why are you interrupting me, man?
Because I want you to make sure it's relative to the surface of the Earth.
So you let me finish, then you can fucking say whatever you want, man. Like, damn. Okay, what we got is we got a Earth. We got to start with the Earth because that was here. That's what's constantly moving. So the Earth is moving relative to 1,000 miles per hour.
No, that's not what relative means.
Bro, I don't care what it means. We just talking about your fucking stupid model. We have the Earth moving.
Yeah, but you don't understand. You don't know what the word fucking relative means. How can I have a conversation with you when you can't count to 3 and you don't know what the word relative means?
You scared to let me break down your fucking weird ass model because it's gonna
because
sound
you
retarded.
got it wrong straight away.
You have the Earth moving to the east at 1,000 miles per hour, right? So the plane is moving with the Earth at 1,000 per hour backwards if it's trying to go to the west. So the plane, before it can move forward, it first has to move the correct speed to negate the spin, because the spin gonna be pulling it backwards. The atmosphere and the Earth gonna be pulling it backwards.
It doesn't have to.
Yes,
it's still flying relative to the surface of the Earth. It's not separating. It's not separating. Mario, it's not separating.
What happened?
It's no, I didn't. It's not separating from the Earth and flying in its own reference frame. It's still in the reference frame of the. It's still. Shut up. Shut up. No, shut up. 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 You're muted. No one can hear you. My God, Mario. Relative to the surface of the Earth. Relative to the surface of the Earth. How fast will the plane go to the west when it's going 500 miles an hour to the west? The answer is in the fucking question. The answer is 500 miles an hour relative to the surface of the Earth. Relative, you fucking moron.
Go around, you retard. You said the atmosphere would drag it in circles. You're a fucking retard. I just caught you in
relative, you fucking dipshit.
You said the atmosphere inside of a merry-go-round would drag the fucking thing in circles. So that means an airplane is supposed to be getting dragged around by the fucking atmosphere, you fucking retard.
Yeah, and you wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to counter that. I
just told you that the atmosphere would be dragging the plane at 500 miles per hour still backwards.
And you wouldn't have to counter that.
But if I put a lid on the merry-go-round, then you will see the atmosphere dragging the drone in circles. But it doesn't happen in real life. We don't see that.
Mario, it does happen. It does happen because the plane.
That doesn't happen, nigga. I know atmosphere dragging.
You're muted again. All right. Okay. I'm going to unmute you, and we're going to go through this. All right? Don't talk until I ask you to talk.
You're done.
I said don't talk until I ask you to
Bro,
talk.
you're over. Like this,
I said don't. I said don't
man.
talk. Right? No, you're muted. Don't talk until I ask you to talk. No one can hear you right now. Nobody can hear you right now. Mario, nobody can hear you. Not one person can hear you. Just stop. Nobody.
It's nothing.
Yeah, no. Nobody can hear you. Stop talking. I can't even hear you. Are you finished? Nobody can hear you. Oh, he ran away. Oh my God. Yeah. He ran away because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. What fun that was. Oh my God. So fucking annoying. Strawman Central is what we have. That was amazing. I had a lot of fun. And the George says check Facebook. Is this porn? George, don't send me porn. Yeah, very good, Jordan. Right, so that was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining for a dumpster fire. Definitely a fucking dumpster fire. I've been trying to make him rage quit for a while, to be honest, because he's so fucking stupid. You literally can't have a conversation with people that are this dumb. Sorry, I'm just checking on my messages that I had. Right, okay. So that was amazing. Mario Wilson is dumb as fuck. Thank you everyone for watching. We had nearly 800 watching at one point, which is always amazing. And I've had a hell of a load of super chats, and I'm going to read them out in a minute. I do need to get a drink before I read the super chats. I know not everyone's able to super chat and help me financially. The best way to help my channel is to share what I do on Facebook and Twitter, because that massively, massively helps the channel. And everything that you do is amazing to help me, especially at the moment because YouTube totally fucked my pay this month. Still haven't had it and probably won't for another week or two. But it's okay. You know, I'll get through that. I'm just going to play the intro again while I go and get a drink, and then we will read out the super chats. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Yeah, I have a lot of fun making those intros. Golden Knight says the graphics are amazing. You're getting good at this. Thank you. I spend a lot of time practicing, teaching myself graphics. I've taught myself how to do quite a lot, and I have a lot of fun doing it. I've been working really hard on getting my videos and stuff done. little slower coming out than I planned because school holidays, kids are here all the time, so it's slightly more difficult to kind of get the content out, but I've got a new video coming out in the next couple of days, and a music video I've been making for a rap I did a while ago, so look out for those. Another debate on Monday with my oldest opponent yet, that'll be fun. But for tonight, I'm going to read the super chats, and we're going to get out of here because it is 3 o'clock in the morning for me. I love all of you. I just can't believe like how much you guys support me. There's so many super chats. Someone asked for Nathan Thompson memes earlier, so I'm going to put those on. Where is he? Oh no, I've lost my Thompson memes. Where are they gone? Damn it. I thought I had all my Thompson memes saved, but they must have been deleted. Oh well, no Nathan Thompson memes. Let me just double check, they're not here. Oh no, here they are. Haha. Here we go, Nathan Thompson memes while I read the super chats. So, we start with Alison for $2 Australian, says, the quote Bugs Bunny, gravity is a bitch. Yeah, I like Bugs Bunny, and I hate the new Space Jam movie. Lord Luminous Pooh for $2, why does the brain ignore the second the? Why does, I just did it, yeah, why does the brain ignore the second the? Don't know. Tim Tully for $10, FTFE, this is going to be like shooting fish in a barrel, particularly annoying triggered fish. Microraptor for 50 sec says, if you have a triangle with sides of 4, 4, and 4, what are the internal angles? He didn't know what the internal angles of a triangle with sides 1, 1, and 1. Didn't get to do the rest of the litmus test. Fog Repair Shipakashi for $2 says, if density was gravity, things would fall up. Yeah, I didn't even get to that explanation with him. Ozone for $5 says, gas will liquefy under pressure. Depending on the gas temperature, pressure, it settles on the bottom of the container too. Liquid and vacuum, no density. Yeah, I refuted everything that he said, but no. Kids? Young adults. Stringer News 1 for $2. Do you think flat earthers are dumb? Well, all you have to do is watch this video to find out. Lord Illuminous Pooh for $2 says, new Batman villain, the Straw Man. I fucking hate the Straw Man. That's my villain. Although, that might be a good gag for a Batman cutaway in one of my videos. Eco Jar $5 FTFE, can you explain to him that when you look at a circle on its edge it's a straight line? This is the same reason the horizon is straight to us. I could have explained it to him, but he wouldn't have understood. Ozin for $2, oxygen production 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O equals 6 C6H12O6 plus 6 O2. I believe you, I guess. Justin Noah for $5 says, ask Mario why bubbles in water rise. Air has mass, water has mass. It's not mass attracting mass, as he says there. Same concept as helium rising in air. I read out the equation for him, and he went, oh, that's some kind of wizardry. Stringer News 1 for $2 says, I'm starting a GoFundMe to buy Mario a shirt. Maybe you should start one to buy Mario a brain. Microraptor for 50 sec says, if density creates weight, a handful of water weighs the same as a bucket of water. Correct. That was the argument I pretty much used against Sleeping Warrior recently. Justin Noav for $5 says, if I tripped and fell over at 5 miles per hour out of a window 30-story high, will I continue and hit the ground at 5 miles per hour, or will I increase speed, Mario? Yeah, if what Mario said was true, then we could just jump out the window and gently float down at a couple of miles an hour. We'd be fine. Greg Cotts for $2.99 Australian. So if you fall 1 meter or 50 meters, the impact is the same, according to Mario and his special physics? Yes. Alison for $2 says, Mario, where were you in year 5? High? Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm high right now, but that's not really the point. Orison for, Fog Repair Ship Akashi, $2. How can you beg a question that was never asked? You can watch a lot of Nathan Oakley. Did you get that from him, that he's an Oakleyite? If you got that he was an Oakleyite, put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't realise he was an Oakleyite, then put a 2 in the chat. Ozin for $5 says 9.8 meters per second squared is why you usually don't die when you fall a meter and usually do die when you fall off a 100-meter building. Acceleration is a bitch. Philosopher King Gaming, $2. Use the weight scale on a wall if he's still there. Pivot Croy for €5. FTFE be beating this dude like Super Mario. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Back in your pipe, Mario. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Love it. Technomancer Magus for $5 says FTFE is trying out for the next Zelda game. Listen. Pause. Listen. Yeah, fucking... Man, he literally did not shut up. Conor Silverfur for $5 says, I have nothing to say because this guy is so stupid. Have a fiver anyway, FTFE. You deserve for putting up with these intentionally obtuse fools. Thank you very much. I do deserve it, don't I? Because this hurts my fucking brain. Crazy CJ123456 for $10 says, ask Mario if he flunked out of school before learning any physics or if his teachers had to stop from strangling him for how insufferable and obstinate he is. It's a shock he can dress himself. Yeah. I bet he has Velcro shoes. There's no way this dude can tie shoelaces. Minus for $5 says, so according to Mario, everyone that goes to Mount Everest sounds like chipmunks due to all the helium gathered up there. That question kills them, guys. Ask why is there such a big difference in pressure between the base and the summit of Everest that is the same ratio, yet all of the air hasn't rushed up to fill that void. It kills them. Lord Illuminous Pooh for $2 says Flerfs can't 3D. Flerfs can't, I mean, anything, really. King Conquest $4.99. What is you talking about? I don't know what the Flat Earthers are talking about. That always confuses me. Luke Filewalker for €2. This flies right over Mario's head at 500 miles per hour. He honestly didn't know what the word relative meant, did he? King Conquest $4.99 says, whoa, a super dummy? Yeah, absolutely. Minus $5 says Mario, schizopanal personality disorder. Look, schizotypal personality disorder. Look it up. I'm going to Google that. I'm not a doctor. I would not diagnose someone, but I'm interested to think what people think of people, hear what people think of people. So schizotypal personality disorder are often described as odd or eccentric and usually have few, if any, close relationships. I don't know how you could determine that from what we saw. Minus, what's your thinking behind that? Why do you think that he exhibits schizotypal personality disorder? Tim Pryor for $10. You have to start acting like them. Start demanding evidence from them like they do to you. It seems like every debate you're the one that has to back up your claim, not them. That's because they don't have the physics to back anything up that they say. So and most of their claims are simply strawmans of the globe, which means that I have to explain the globe to explain why they're wrong. There's no evidence for flat Earth, so they've never got anything to back up. Logical Hillbilly for $5. Mario is proof that if your lips are always yakking, then your knowledge will be lacking. Don't be like Mario, kids. Pay attention in school. Conor Silverfur for $5 says, based on his obsession with merry-go-rounds, I'm guessing it was the one carnival ride his parents never let Mario ride as a child. Stringer News 1 for $2 says, Mario puts the miss in missile. Fog Repair Ship Akashi for $2 says, Mario uses Dunning-Kruger physics. Yeah, he absolutely fucking does, you're right. Mario uses DK physics. DK, Donkey Kong. Nikita Elazarov for €5. A question to Mario. You stand on a road and there's a car driving towards you at 50 miles an hour. What's your speed relative to the car? That would have blown his brain. Conor Silverfur, $5. The problem with our flat earth friends is that they're not ignorant. It's just that they know so much that is not so. What? No, they are ignorant. They're definitely ignorant. Indie Tiger, $5. Mario, how can you prove air exists? You can't see it. Yeah, no, you're right. Logical Hillbilly, $5. Remedial classroom is way too advanced for Mario. Yeah, he's in the remedial classroom. Balthasar228 for $4.99 says, where should I send my 4K drone footage of known height landmarks and boats vanishing from the bottom up as drone maintains altitude and flies out? Flighttheflatearth@gmail.com, please. John Fishherat.net for £2 says, filthy mirror shill. Oh, me being a shill for the mirrors, yes. Tim Tully for $5 says, there is a law of reflection, but it has no relation to what Mario is saying. Yeah, it's the law of reflection is not what he was talking about at all. String News 1 for $5 says, I have a square with sides 1, 1, and 1. How many sides are there? This might be more Mario's speed. Mario's speed is negative 500 miles an hour, apparently. Tim Pryor for $5 says, better to Google for your answer than YouTube for your answer. Yeah. I mean, YouTubing's good because you find me, I guess. String News 1 for $5 says, NASA could save millions in booster motors by sending Mario to Mars. He's already so high. Toby for €10 says, stupid got so dense that no insect can escape. Singularity stupid. Blazing hot midday sun on Mercury stupid. He emits more stupid in 1 second than an entire galaxy emits in a year. Quasar stupid. Infinite stupid is what we have there. Fogopesha Bakashi for $2. Apologise to slugs, FTFE, don't insult them. I unreservedly apologise to all slugs. The Logical Hillbilly for $5 says, Mario, Dad, guess what? I'm the tallest kid in 5th grade. Dad, well, you should be. You're fucking 15. Boom. Shh. Ashmaker for $5 says, whoa, this guy does not know how to have an actual conversation like an adult. My daughter who's starting 1st grade can have an adult conversation. Mine as well, most of the time. Fogopesha Bakashi for $5 says, we aren't talking to Mario, we're talking to a Goomba. Wait, that's insulting to Goombas. Yeah, although he did remind me of the Goombas from the Mario movie. That scene in the elevator when they're just swinging backwards and forwards. K Opossum for $5 says, I think FTFE is smarter than me because his glasses are bigger than mine. Oh my god. Guys, Mario's smarter than me because I wear glasses and he doesn't. Luke Filewalker for €5. Today I learned I better not wearing my +5 dioptrine glasses. Prepare for me crashing my car into something I can't see. Roby for $5 says, here's a $5 for getting Mario Wilson to have a complete mental breakdown live. I nearly had one, guys. Fuck's sake. Conor Silver for $2. Oh, it just jumped. Oh my god, there's so many super chats. Mario, the newest remedial classroom student. No, he's not advanced enough for remedial classroom. Fuck YouTube for $2. His IQ is negative 500. That's being generous. Stringer News 1 for $2. The idiot is as bad as 33. No. At least he wasn't an atrocious asshole that denies school shootings and stuff. Well, he might have been, but he didn't display that here. Stringer News 1 for $2 says, I'd drink 2 after that shitstorm. Then we got a new member, Boaty McBoatface. Thank you very much, you fucking awesome person. Lord Luminous Pooh for $5 says, I was in a hotel and it said that adult movies are disabled. I thought, that's inclusive. Philosopher King Gamer for $2 says, hashtag wrench for Mallory, hashtag give Mallory a wrench. No, sorry. I can't give a flat earther a wrench. Traveller's Check, 10 R's, $, not sure what that is, but thank you very much. Holy Smalls for $5. This is for those who want to give but can't. Thanks to everyone who licked the like button, smashed the subscribe button, and tickled the bell. Yes, thank you very much, guys. Rachel O'Daniels for $10 Australian says, this is a great way to start my birthday. By the way, isn't it yours too? Happy birthday. It is my birthday tomorrow, actually. So thank you very much. On Monday for me. And I'll be doing a special birthday stream after the normal Monday night debates. And then last super chat is from Balthazar228 for $4.99. Mario had less physics understanding than he did in his NES days in Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3 and World. Well, Mario only existed in 2D and he still understood 3D physics better than the Mario we just had on. Oh, another super chat from Balthazar228 for $9.99 says, has any flat earther ever explained why the map doesn't have parallel lines and the concentric circles get bigger further away? Australia has been measured, and it's roughly as wide as it is long, not in the azimuthal equidistant projection map. I know I bring this up to them all the time. Australia is not 4 times the size of Canada. Roby for $5. The last super chat is from me, he. But it's not, because Indie Tiger just sent another $10 and said happy birthday. Thank you. It's not until Monday, but thank you very much. And happy birthday to Rachel O'Daniels. A special happy birthday to Rachel O'Daniels, who retweets everything that I put out on Twitter and massively helps share my channel. So thank you, Rachel. Your support means the world to me. So thank you. In fact, the support from all of you means the world to me. I couldn't do what I do without your amazingly generous support. Robeeb says, ha, tricked ya for $2. And I'm going to end it there. Remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth. Oh, Flossing Gaming. Schizotypal is fortune tellers. Fight the flat earth. Fight the flat. 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 Night, guys. Love you all. God, I've got a sore throat after that one. Remember to share the stream, and I'll see you soon.